Mhm. Hello there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening?
What bad boy? What was that all about? Oh wow, when's
Yeah,
that from? Okay, we're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, what's happening?
You gonna make that big? Bad boy. What was that all about?
Yeah, hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I'm like, I'm hearing double. Yeah, big.
You got an echo?
Yeah, I had my TV on. I didn't know what it was. It
Oh,
wasn't an
okay.
echo. I don't think you guys could hear it, but I could hear it. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
okay. But no echoes. We're good.
All right. Yeah. So we got a hawk. Hoots like a wet owl. Look at that wet owl.
Yes.
Holy cow mania. So he's at Andrea's house in this picture. This was from a couple days ago. What was it? Right? Saturday? Saturday, I
Saturday.
think.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. We got a video of him hooting and hollering. Oh yeah, for sure. And
Mhm.
don't forget to subscribe to Billy Killed Andrea on YouTube. There's 47 true believers over there. True believers. That's a lot of folks that really believe that Billy did it, you know?
I mean, and it's just more and more.
Yeah, that's 47 peeps that really, really care and really believe he did it, you know?
Right.
That are thinking about this
I mean,
every
how can you
single day.
not?
Well, the thirsty bitch is drinking up rabbit milk. You know, he wants more of that rabbit milk.
Right.
Yeah, but he
Right.
can't.
I saw you
Huh? What?
oh, I was gonna say I saw I got a notification where I was tagged in it. Um, BSBT's best friend, Kfar.
Oh,
Oh
he
yeah, I'll
tagged
send it
you.
to you.
He
Yeah, he
tagged
tagged
you.
me.
The little
Yeah,
engine that
he
couldn't.
he. I need some attention. You know,
Bless his
I'm
little
not getting
heart.
enough attention.
Right. Well, he's been commenting a lot and stuff. He's all about shielding a murderer, you know, and the accomplices. Anytime he can, he will do that for sure. He will run cover for murderers and their conspirators.
Right.
Yep. But he hasn't. Did he make a video or just a post?
I'm not sure. I didn't even look at it. I just saw it
Um,
because I was driving, so couldn't really, stop and look at it.
right. I didn't get a troll briefing this morning on that. Usually, I do get the troll briefing every
Oh, he
morning. But
just posted it. I think they were waiting for the thumbnail.
they were waiting.
Oh yeah, all
Oh,
five of them. The group.
oh, they're waiting for the thumbnail today for this
Yeah.
thumbnail right here.
Oh yeah. That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. They wait around for the thumbnail every day because they're that good. You know, we uh we pay attention to our thumbnails. You know,
Right.
right? And direct deposit cannot stand that we make better thumbnails than him. Can't stand it.
Oh, it won't let me
Oh,
share it because I'm tagged, and you got to pay for it.
you have to pay for it.
Oh yeah, you got to pay for it. But I have the lowest IQ in history.
Wait, he did a members only thing. BSB bro. What? Did KFAR post something today about he tagged Westside?
He's being a grifter.
We'll get on it over there. She says
I,
there's a paywall over there.
I'll just send you the thumbnail or the thumbnail. It's basically a thumbnail now.
Send it to BSBT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why am I supposed to be looking? I don't know what the hell this thing is. The little engine that couldn't
He
goes
had to
in.
get a little attention, you know.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying. You know. Yeah. How are you, Gregory?
Good, I'm doing good.
Doing good. What do you think of this thumbnail here?
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I
You
was a
see
good
that?
thumbnail GS, you know.
GS?
I was a good thumbnail him, you know.
Oh, you want to make a thumbnail with GS?
No, I want to thumb him, you know. I want to pin him, you know.
He wants to pin him with the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That's how we do it. Donald Carney has landed smack dab on the front of our thumbnails several times. This
Oh
isn't his
yeah.
first time landing smack dab on a thumbnail.
Mm.
Smack dab. Yeah. So, wait, what are you showing? Oh, is at Westside Accountability the lowest IQ person in history? That's what he says. Join this channel to get access to members only content like this video. What the hell? That's his post?
That's the post I got.
That makes zero sense. That's on his
Yeah, I don't know.
community page? That's his community post? I don't know what.
Mine
That's
is
the one I sent him. Yeah, I took I took a screenshot of it.
It looks like it's a video. Oh, she just took a screenshot of it. Yeah. Okay. Go to his page and see what it says there. What's there? Why are you not comprehending this?
You want me to go to his channel first? You wanted me to figure out what website.
I want you to do them both at the same time. Okay.
Come on, and bow and
we
bow
got a
to it.
video then. We've got a video then of Carney. I think we should watch the video of Carney first because
Yes.
that way when we watch the video of Billy and Sean Porter, well, Sean Porter was on GS, and then Billy got up on GS, and Sean and Billy were talking for a while. And before we watch that video, I think we should watch Donald Carney because this video with Donald Carney happened the day before. Right. But then, so, after you see this, and then when we see what Billy was saying on the live with Sean, it'll be clear, I think that they're just fucking toying with the family and really trying to just be as creepy as fuck.
I seen that already.
But not with the blood spots behind him, you didn't.
Friendly neighborhood tree hawk here. So, anyways, it's another moving day. We're at the old house. So, pay attention because that's the truth. But we're trying to move. It's just me and Billy doing it all, and we've been waiting for old Tex to show up. Tex ain't nowhere around. We ain't seen him. Ain't heard hiding or hair of him. So again, Sean Porter, you must be a flipping liar. Liar, pants on fire. But anyway, we're here with Billy. I was looking forward to having a chat with Tex myself with that little veiled threat. Again, I'm wearing flip-flops because I don't back up and I ain't gonna run. It's just me and Billy though, working our butt off, trying to do what a whole moving company needs to do. We're worn out. We're just one day at a time plugging away, and if we're doing this, we're not actually working to make anything for the Saints. So yeah, but I just want to get on here and call Sean Porter a liar to his face, metaphorically. Sean Porter, I think you're a liar, a big, fat, stinking liar. And yeah, I'm living in a little bit of resentment. And me and Billy just, he made me cry a little while ago because he's like, we were talking, you know, when I come up here and end of March, I was.
Look at him running from text right now. He's like, oh, can you pause it for a second, Westside? Maybe back this up just a little bit. Look at this. He's like looking over his shoulder, all paranoid, like Tex could be coming around the corner at any second. Watch this. Like, back it up just a minute or two.
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually stable. And after the past few months ain't rocked the boat. And he told me I need to work on healing me before I start going out and helping others again. And you know what, right, y'all, man's right. He's right. And he's the third person to tell me that in a week. And so the weight is heavy. I mean, I'm not giving up. I'm not calling it quits, but the weight is heavy. And never thought it would be easy. Didn't quite think it'd be this hard, but never thought it was going to be easy. So, anyways, we're at the old home, and we've been hoping old Tex would show up all day, but I think, I don't know what time it is, about 1 o'clock, I reckon. Can't say something. It's afternoon. We've been here all morning. And, yeah, so, just want to get on here. And,
did I go back far enough? Because
say that, tell the truth and let God love you.
Pause it there.
No matter what.
I seen that already.
No matter
that.
Okay, pause it. And look at that.
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to say it like that. Back it up just a tiny bit if you can. And because look, do you remember that barbecue that they had out back West Side?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. That's the same exact house.
Yes, that's a house.
So, yeah, and this is a Facebook Live video, so we know that is, you know, the same house. We know they're there. Yeah.
Right.
No matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it is, you know, focus on. I'm trying to focus on my little words from the Lord. I can do all things, not some things, but all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm more than a conqueror through him who loved me first. And you know, it's funny, over the past week or so, I think mine and Billy's roles have changed, because like he's been the one trying to keep me calm, and he's the one who's praying and helping me focus on what's going wrong inside with me. And I'm really grateful for that, y'all, because as iron sharpens iron, it was the countenance of a good friend. But the struggle's real, and I'm hurting. This driveway will whoop your tail. I'm trying to move stuff, but y'all know I messed my back up. But I'm here. I'm here with my brother. I'm here to help him. No matter how bad it hurts or how poorly I'm feeling. You know. A friend is, how's it go? A friend for times is, and a brother is born for adversity. So, yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know who's concerned about old Tex, the veiled threat we got from Sean Porter showing up today. He must be running behind.
Did you hear that?
And
he said it was a veiled threat, right? Can you back that up just a little bit? You heard that, right?
Must be running behind.
Yep.
And it's not very punctual.
Can I pause this for 1 second?
But
Did you ask you something?
we got a lot more to load. We got a lot more to do.
The guy name is Don Carney. I think it's
I wasn't reading the chat.
Yeah, CONEY. XGO. Is it in a Facebook page? You know?
Don Carney, yeah. This is Don Carney, a.k.a. the Hawk. Donald the Killer Carney is leaving his old home. Oh, yeah. This is off his Facebook, folks. This is a Facebook Live video.
Gio, please share it. Please share this to everyone. Tell your
Yeah,
friend.
thank you for saying that, Gregory. And I would just like to point out too, I believe this was captured on August 9th. And if it was captured live, then it happened August 9th. There's really no way to
No,
fake a live
10th.
video.
It's 10th. Because I watch it.
On August, you watched it on August 10th, but it was filmed on August 9th because he had to be out by August 9th.
I believe so, unless
This is August 10th.
August 10th. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was August 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I mean, this
exactly.
was within the last few days.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they're still at the house.
You're just giving them more, Gregory. You're just giving them more. Gloria said, "How would you stay in a house where you know you weren't wanted?"
We'll be here all day, Tex. So we're looking forward to talking to you. Come on by. We'll leave the light on for you. Y'all have a blessed day. Remember, can't find a good person to be one.
Had to share. Thanks, Gio.
Oh, Gio. Oh my God, Gio. that was good. He is. Oh man. Oh my God.
All right, do we want to talk about that one? That video?
Oh, he got more videos.
Oh yeah, there's tons.
Hmm?
Well, what do you guys think? I mean, was that kind of weird? I mean, they're saying they're leaving their old home, right?
The old home.
That video ended? Yeah, that video ended. I thought that was a 20-minute video. No, it's a 4-minute video. You gotta get. Oh, well, we have a second video. Okay, we got a second video. Hurry. There's a second video. But what do you think of that video, Gregory?
On his Facebook page.
Yeah, it's weird that they would say it's a veiled threat. I thought that was kind of odd that they said it was a veiled threat. We got confirmation that it was Andrea. They're not trolling. They're not making stuff up. They're actually at the house because that video, according to Gregory, was on the 10th of August. I thought I made a mistake, thought it was on the 9th, but that's okay. Either way, we got confirmation. And then earlier, it seemed like he was looking over his shoulders, really paranoid. And then it looked like Rabbit was his little lap dog. And then he said something else interesting in there. I don't know if you guys caught it. But I thought when he said Billy's kind of been in the opposite role right now, he's been the one calling me, like, I'm usually the one calming him down. He's the one that's been calming me down and stuff like that. Did you notice that?
I did hear
So
that.
those guys, those guys need, like, they lean on each other to calm each other down. I'm sure Don Carney wasn't happy when he learned that Andrea wanted him out of the house. I'm sure he wasn't happy about that. I'm sure that's one of those instances where Billy would have had to calm him down, and now it's the opposite way around, it seems like, according to the Hawk, right?
But wouldn't that also give you motive to take a life?
I think the motive is clear. 3 months prior to the shooting incident, they got married. So I think Billy, in his mind, maybe he thought that gave him license that he was gonna keep the house and like just be able to, assume life without her, and everybody's gonna buy his story. That's what I believe the motive, the most likely motive, sounds like to me.
And it was more of a way to have him come back to the house after she's no longer with us.
Agreed. All right, people's gonna come back for this video.
Okay.
Or don't get too excited for part of it. You can't have me for the whole video and shit. Yeah. No, but the Hawk, okay, he obviously had time to set up for filming. Clearly that was a professional video, the way it was shot and everything. He had to have lighting and somebody holding the microphone for him. And they got time to do all that. Meanwhile, they're complaining
that oh, it's too hard to move. All he needed was his clothes and his piece of shit Mercedes. I don't see what else he needs.
Right.
Just list the stuff on Facebook Marketplace so that he can go get his next fix.
Yep. Yep. And I'm sure the house had valuables to where they could do that. You right?
Well, he did admit that his motive in doing this is for money in order to support his meth habit. And he did admit that. He did say that.
I mean, sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. You ready to play this?
Yeah, I don't know if Gregory's stuck over there or what happened to him.
Uh-oh. Gregory's
just on a later time
stuck in the ether webs.
Yeah, he's
go
stuck.
I'm looking at informations.
Oh, he's doing research.
Day that I'm at my peak. So I don't know if you observed this, but it seems that Donald Carney and the Rabbit are still at the property despite claiming through their attorney that they left on Monday and that they're going to fight and not give it up. Is that the information that you had? I didn't get to watch your live last night because obviously I was asleep. Do you have information regarding their intentions on leaving or not leaving?
I think they're talking to the lawyers, trying to get more time, as you said earlier.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to me that, and I asked Rabbit directly last night. So you don't contest that the house does not belong to you and that you're expected to vacate. He said, no, we don't contest that. I don't contest that at all. I'm just asking for like a little bit more time. It's like 5, 6, 7 years of stuff, her stuff, my stuff to try to organize. That's what he said. But
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, just so you know, Rabbit came into the relationship with a high mileage Mercedes-Benz station wagon and a dirty rabbit suit. And he should be leaving with the same, as he was 100% dependent upon distributions made to Andrea by Andrea's family vis-a-vis Tim Matthews. So he didn't bring anything to the table other than what he was getting towards the end there, possibly from charitable donations regarding the tree work and that sort of stuff alike. So it was my understanding, and again, I'm not standing on
Can you pause
solid
it?
ground with it, but it was my understanding.
It's stuff like this that really makes GS's crowd turn against him right here. You know what I mean? Because GS will actually hear stuff like this and say, wow, that's really kind of messed up. And then his whole audience wants to turn on him. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm wearing the lenses of the Lioness right now. It helps you see a little more clearly. It helps you see a little bit more through the bullshit. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I like wearing the sunglasses indoors.
Me too.
One minute. You're right. Booker system is on the 9th. I'm sorry, Bill.
On the 9th. It's okay,
Yes.
Gregory. It's okay.
Yes.
Hey, at least we verified the information, right? So that video was captured on the 9th. It was a live video. We're talking about the video that we just played, but we can get back to Porter.
Oh, I got more information on him.
Yeah, this video we're playing now is from the 10th, though. So if you want to hit play on it and let Sean Porter.
Subsidized him driving around doing the Savage Saints stuff and the tree work and all that, and that he was not bringing in anything to the relationship. He was a detractor. She started a business with honeybees and then soap, and she was trying to get him motivated to do something and be productive, and it never took. I mean, it doesn't help that a hurricane wiped the whole place out early on, but at the same time, he didn't bring the stuff that's been there for 5 or 6 or 7 years. Let the family take it. In my opinion, again, I'm not really going to get into that, but he didn't bring anything into the relationship, and he certainly wasn't productive the entire time that I knew him while he was dating her. He was just doing YouTube videos, and then when the hurricane happened, he was volunteering with the relief stuff. Then it transitioned into the Savage Saints thing. And, here we are now in August, and pizza girls are getting, threats. It's just, he just hasn't done anything to deserve to take all of her life's possessions with him. However, if that's what he's going to do, they do make these things called U-Haul trucks. You can move an entire house in a day. I moved.
Hey, Sean,
Yes.
have you been married?
No, I've never done that trap.
Oh
You don't know
God!
what
Can
you're
you pause
talking
it?
about.
Well, I do because I had a
No,
5,000.
you don't.
See, Navy girl wants to go and interrogate Sean and ask these questions that have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Andrea Matthews is gone, right? And we want to figure out what the hell happened to her, from this ridiculous story from Rabbit and Carney and the lieutenant colonel, his involvement. We need to talk to him about that, but they just want to talk about, was Sean Porter married? Has he ever been in a hurricane?
Right.
What the hell does that have to do with any goddamn thing? What, if you haven't been in a hurricane, if you haven't been married, then you can't know that your friend was murdered?
Oh yeah, that's Rats to the Moon.
Oh, it's Rats talking? Oh, okay. Well, Navy Girl's gonna do the same shit. But that's
Yeah,
Rats.
she's gonna do the same shit the next day. Yeah.
No, in this stream, she's
Oh,
in
in
there
this
too, right?
Oh, oh yeah,
that
she's
bear-
there.
Yeah,
the
that
bear.
bear on the bottom right. That's Navy
bear.
Girl. Okay, so it's Rats to the Moon talking right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They want to go at Porter like a pack of hungry dogs, but GS is I don't know, he's really starting to saddle up to Sean Porter. He's trying to get distance from his own chat.
Right.
Yeah. All right, shall we continue?
Square foot house, I moved in a day.
I don't care. You don't
Well,
know
I mean, I
anything
had a
about
pool-
the
I had a
marriage
pool.
of it.
I had a pool table, a hot tub. I had turntables. I had strobe lights. I had smoke machines in the basement. I was 23 and I sold one of my houses and I moved. And it took me a day with a couple buddies of mine in a U-Haul truck. And it was 5,000 square foot. It was way bigger than the house that he's currently in. But that's all semantics. He had several weeks worth of advance notice. He told through the lawyer that he wasn't staying at the house on Monday, and that's what was relayed to Mr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews has subsequently recontacted the attorney in regards to that email from Monday and never heard back from the attorney. And, the Rabbits had made it clear through the attorney he was not staying at the house, and then they're posting videos where both of them are at the house. So I have a hard time believing anything that the Rabbit says, because even through his attorney, the statements are proving to be false. And, it's just basically it'll come to a head shortly, and I'll leave it to the people that are involved to handle it. Again, I'm not involved in any of that stuff. I am trying to go down there with people and some of those individuals, maybe do a Labor Day road trip down to the city and, talk to neighbors and people and see if there's any other information out there. But that's something we're working on for, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. But other than that, there's not a lot going on. And you had said I've been gone for several days. Well, that's correct. I was out doing my protesting of the Frederick City government for failure to honor the Maryland Public Information Act and for them being absolute nut jobs. And to give you an idea, I'm up to like 4.2 million on one TikTok video. The Hodge twins just shared my video. President Trump's re-election page, which is still up, reshared my video. It's going
That's
viral.
what this is about, isn't it?
That's what I do. Is that's my political activism. So I haven't
Dunk
had
on
time to
people.
jump on to say
Well,
there's
can you
no
pause
new
it?
update and no new information.
Yep.
Can you
can.
thank you, Westside. Isn't it bizarre how they go trying to basically shame somebody for getting views on their social media platforms? I mean, this is the reason why everybody here kind of initially got involved. I mean, because you're on social media and stuff like that. So obviously, Sean Porter is gonna, is gonna be happy about his social media doing what his social media does. But I don't know, why they think that's in relation to Andrea. You know what I mean? Maybe him mentioning it now is supposed, I think the way I hear that is Sean Porter saying, listen, I got all this other stuff going on. I don't need this to monetize this because I got this other stuff going on, right?
Yep. Getting more views and everything. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean,
On-
so he's not doing this for the clicks and the views. He gets clicks and views doing other stuff too. This is just gaining traction. This is going to do nothing but pick up steam, if you ask me. But that's the way I heard that.
Hey, Wes said, you remember I saw you that 1 minute clip from Facebook? You remember when I called you last night?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They have an information. Remember that phone call you did, Booker Sister Booker Trust, when they called Seraph?
The sheriff?
Yeah, he posted a 1 minute video on the 8th, and it says on the bottom, in case everybody needs to hear this from the Seraph's mouth, regarding the tragedy of Andrea, the lion, Patrol death, the victim in Billy B. Brother is an innocent man that has been brutally standard. That means it's saying it's the cop said it's suicide.
Yeah, that's not how I heard that phone call at all. But I appreciate you saying that. What channel was that?
It's Don Carney.
Oh, Don Carney. Oh, he has a channel now, or he has? It's on his Facebook. Oh, it's on his Facebook. Okay, maybe I'll go over there and send him a good old friend request, Don. Don, you wouldn't mind if I sent you a friend request, would you, Mr. Carney?
And he did another one on August 8th, 11th, 12th for all those who have slandered, lied, and defamated an innocent man. Okay. I would like to say, shame on you. This YouTube bomb community needs to let actual law enforcement. Let's see. Law enforcement to do their job and stop making up stories, lies based on territories and conjecturing that are nonsense.
Hey, Gregory, I might believe that story from Carney if Carney wasn't still at her house.
No,
and he wasn't kicked out.
I got more.
Okay, good.
Here it's straight from the Sarah's mouth. For all those flipping your gums and talking out the side of your neck, we want you to know that we are praying for you. The truth will always set you free. So in the word of Melissa I'm going to give her a last amount. I won't. That gives him something to talk about. Now, maybe you all can talk about how you're going to apologize to an innocent man for dragging them through the mud. Just a thought. Have a blessed day. And remember, if you can't find a good person, then death be one. The savage saints.
There you go. So that was Gregory reading something that was posted by Don Carney on Facebook, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if we want to keep playing the video, you heard it. What Don Carney is saying on Facebook. That's pretty crazy.
Right. So for the record, I'm just asking, like, how, if you don't mind, where did they post pictures of them at the house? Are you talking about on the video last night?
Yeah, it was the Carney video.
It was dark. I don't know what you're talking about. It was dark, and there was like a lighter. I don't know where they were. I don't think they denied being at the house, but I don't want to make a confirmation of something that could be false.
I was told by,
here we go,
I guess Alicia, that said it looked like it was at Andrea's house, and she bet $1 million it was at Andrea's house. We're under the impression they're still there and they're not going to be leaving anytime soon. They did ask until September 1st to get the stuff out, but they represented that they had already left the property through the attorney in the email that I read, which was forwarded to me. And then there's been no subsequent responses from that attorney after. Gatekeeper? I'm not the gatekeeper. I'm just the only one who's willing to come on a podcast at 9 o'clock at night and talk to anybody.
Can you pause that? Do you see how?
To be fair, I've been live for 4 hours.
Do you see how GS is kind of the only one willing to give Sean Porter the courtesy to maybe listen or hear his side of things? Isn't that? Do you guys hear that?
Everybody else wants to just downplay him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like everybody is against Porter over there. His whole audience, all of his other panel members, and anytime GF tries to give Sean Porter any courtesy of letting him talk or letting him present the facts, these guys just go right back to it. Did you notice that?
Always.
Teresa Miller. No, Erica, I know none of them. I just believed in innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, I believe in innocent until proven guilty. Let's get all the facts. Let's get the sheriff to stop stonewalling, maybe turn it over to the SBI, maybe go ahead and do a proper investigation. I'm all in favor of him getting a fair trial. I'm all in favor of that, Teresa Miller.
I mean, who hasn't said that? Who said anything different? I mean, just like they're assuming, we're assuming. So maybe we all should stop assuming.
Yeah, and before we get back to Porter, Porter said, it's not Billy's job to prove a suicide. It kind of is at this point because Billy is the one that made the statement saying that it was a suicide. So now, Billy, because of your statement, Billy, normally, no, it's not up to you to prove that. But since that's your defense, you've hunkered down in your position. Now you have to prove your defense. If not in a court of law, in the court of public opinion, I mean, come on. So, I mean, that's where I disagree with Porter, if you want to play this.
I actually went earlier because you said you that I go too late. So I'm on my 4th hour of live streaming, so which is fine because I already kind of heard what you said to San Joaquin, and you're basically saying kind of the same stuff you've already said.
Yeah, there's not a lot new, and I wouldn't want to just pop on your show and say, hey guys, nothing's changed. There's no new information. I'm not trying to steal attention from other issues and other stuff you could cover on your podcast. That would be far more interesting to listening to or looking at my ugly face.
Right, but here's the thing. I've already made, pardon my interruption, I've already made corrections to some of the things you keep perpetuating. I've directly have corrected you on some things, and you keep going back to the well with it as if it's not been at least alterated to be corrected, not completely wrong, but slightly off kilter. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
okay.
So the frustrating part for me is, I keep making these corrections going, no, that wasn't said, or that's not what happened. And you keep saying these things as though they're facts, but then I'm also seeing you kind of pull back from the narrative, which I think is smart. I think what you're doing is wise, personally.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know about pulling back from the narrative. It is my deep heartfelt belief that dude K-worded Andrea.
I understand that.
I'm not backing off anything. I am a bit surprised at some of the statements made by Don Carney in his video talking about where I live and coming to my house and all that. I'm very surprised that he's all of a sudden talking like that. He went from talking about all religious stuff to talking about how I used to be a bad person. I don't want to go back to that, but I can. And I know where you live, and I know your address, and all this weird stuff. It makes me now question him completely because
you
he's
back
saying
people into a corner and treat them like that, and that's what you get.
And hold on real quick.
I have never threatened to kill anyone and come to their house or any of that sort of stuff.
Sorry, I didn't know you were talking. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Did you guys notice though? Have you paid attention to the Carney videos? He went from being a scared little hawk. He went from being a scared little birdie in the first video to now he's a tough guy and threats to Sean Porter. And now he's moving out of the house, acting like a scared little hawk that somebody's giving him veiled threats. So do you see how he's going from I'm a scaredy cat to I'm a tough guy to I'm a scaredy cat again? Do you see that? Oh no, I think it's worth pointing out how he goes from victim to tough guy. Hey, you can keep playing.
You're scaring somebody up. That's all you do. Just effing ruin their whole life.
That guy has no life. I'll do.
And can you pause it one more second here? Can you put up that Teresa Miller comment that, and Erica, I do regret what I did? There you go. Yeah, you should. Yeah, see, she regrets what she did. There you
Thank
go.
you, Teresa. Thank you for being honest. You know.
Guess I gotta unmute myself. But nobody's ever said not proven anything and any of this. We're really just trying to get the word out. And the word is right now, she offed herself when we know for a fact that she's not going to off herself. I mean, I don't personally know for a fact, but just hearing the sadness and the genuine emotion that they are sharing, her friends, her people that's been around her, you know, sharing her the love that they had for her, you guys could automatically see it. I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys can't see it, but I can see it, and I see the emotion that even people himself showed that day when he found out. You know, like.
Well, they think
True
that's
emotion.
creepy to show any kind of emotion. They think that nobody knew her. You know, that she was completely isolated. That Billy had won, right? And they were counting on that, but Billy didn't accomplish his goal. She wasn't completely isolated. She did have friends that really, truly, genuinely, and sincerely cared about her. And that is a problem for Donald Carney. That is a problem for the Rabbit. That's becoming a problem for GS because he's trying to get some distance and he's built up his audience to such a frenzy that they want to come for Sean Porter, you know, based on his nonstop peddling of the political propaganda.
Right. Why would help people on the day she died?
Why would she help people? And I think maybe he's pointing out because Andrea was working on emails and stuff with Alicia, and she was doing all kinds of stuff that day. I mean, to just think that she just hangs up the phone and is like, "Okay, I've got 7 minutes to go do this before Billy gets home," when she has no reason to believe he would be home at that time or anything like that. There was any kind of hurry or anything like that, you know.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense, you know. And I did hear BSBT bring that point up that I was making yesterday again about, and I think I phrased it a little bit hard to understand, but okay. If we start out at the scene, right, when the deputy Renfro arrives, okay, from his standpoint, right, I think he would consider it a murder until he sees evidence that it's a suicide. Okay. Now, Billy is a suspect in that murder immediately because he reported it. He's the spouse. Okay. He is going to have blood on him. He just shaved his head. He shaved his beard. Right. There's the phone call that the deputy supposedly was standing right there and listened to from Alicia, where she's accusing him of getting caught cheating and being on these BDSM sites, that she was going to leave him, move to Ohio, which is a completely different narrative than Billy has been pitching to the police so far. Right. And so all these things, you know, should be like, why would he think it's a suicide? There's somebody there dead. She's shot in the face, you know, from the officer's standpoint. Right. What's leading him to believe it's a suicide? Now, Billy is claiming that there's these dog bowls, there's all this food, there's the smell of perfume, there's these indicators, right? But he hasn't put forth any evidence of that. I haven't seen any of that. It's just a trust me, bro. Trust me, right? No note. You see what I'm saying? No evidence to indicate that it's a suicide except his trust me, bro. And GS has been running this trust me, bro. And Mountain Mama's been running this trust me, bro. And Navy Girl and Killamilla and Rats to the Moon and Carney, right? They've all been running this trust me, bro. It's a suicide and we should just believe him. Why? Why do we just believe him in his suicide narrative when why don't we believe Sean Porter? Why don't we believe Alicia and me and Joe Cool and Rogue Nation and San Joaquin and you and Cliff and BSBT and right? Like all that
Plenty of
circumstantial evidence that leads towards her not committing suicide, but we have the supposed testimony of Billy that we're just supposed to go off of. No, it's a murder until I see evidence that it's the sushi side, right? And Billy is the number one suspect in that red rum,
right.
the number one
And,
suspect.
and he's
he
also said
admitted-
he has body cam now. I mean, he's the one that said he had body cam.
He says he has body cam, yeah, but he covers his ass with statements like, if I recall, if I recollect, I think I did this, if the footage is still there, all kinds of caveats, right? He doesn't make any clear statements at all. And it's making him look very guilty. In a court of law is different than in a court of public opinion. Right. And none of us have the power to lock him up and throw away the key, but we have the power to decide for ourselves and judge him guilty.
Right.
And that's it. You can judge for yourself, and that's it. But somehow, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, somehow in this country, we got this idea that you can just put a uniform on somebody and, they raise their right hand and repeat a bunch of words that they have never paid attention to at all and will never look at again. And then they have this credibility, and we're just supposed to believe them and believe that they are capable of doing this job, that they care about doing the job, that they're not going to cover things up. They're not going to mess things up. I mean, look at the Karen Reed trial and the Michael Proctor and how that's just unraveling all these cases, right? And that's because when you investigate the investigators, yeah, you find things, but it's only a problem when you elevate them onto this pedestal where you say, oh, they're a police officer, so now we have to trust them. And it's really easy to break that trust because you point out that they're just idiots. They're just fucking idiots. Just the bottom of the barrel, right? And like Michael Proctor, getting fired from the troopers for how he handled the Karen Reed investigation and his tunnel vision.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I just wanted to say, and then all those names that people just named off, right? All the names that people just put in that group, that's the politics that I'm seeing anyways, right? It's not Democrat, Republican, it's you're taking a side, right? So that's the politics that we talk about, right? So the channels that are lining up, he mentioned Sandman, Rogue, all those channels that are taking the one side, and then you guys are taking this other side. So right now it's not personal, it's politics, right? So it's not personal to anybody, it's just politics. If you want to play the video, go ahead.
Exactly.
No, like he's a squatter.
You have none.
I mean, talk
He's
about
a
punching
squatter.
down. You're punching down like crazy, bro.
And a fraud and a charlatan and a scammer.
And you?
I've got a question for Sean Porter.
Yep.
If it comes out that she suicided herself, are you going to come back on here and apologize about
No,
that?
he's not.
Oh, I would absolutely do it if it was
You
proven that. I
liar.
just don't believe it.
You liar.
No,
Yeah,
don't.
you won't believe it no matter what's said, except for
Who am I
you
talking
are.
to? Am I talking to? Is this Mountain Mama?
No,
Nope, this is Rats to the Moon.
I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you guys hold on because I don't need five fucking people talking. Now I'm gonna take the advice that Killa gave me. All right, I'm gonna remove all of us down to, and I'm gonna give people an opportunity to come up and ask questions. If Sean's okay with that, none of this fucking five people triangulating. All right, hold on. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not the
Okay, so
people's
this
fucking
is good.
podcast. Rats, you got
I
first
remember
dibs.
this
I'll
was
stay
good.
up here
This is
just
good.
to try to, I don't know. But
No,
let them answer a question if you're going to ask a
Let
question.
Killa go first because I'm going to be thinking about some questions.
Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second. I don't know that Killer really has anything he wants to say, but good. Killer, you got any questions? Or...
No, not really. You know, I'm up here all the time. I'm like, I'm your panel whore, so I get to talk to Porter more than anybody else. Navy brats and Bluto don't ever get a chance, so I'd give them an opportunity. But Mr. Porter, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so I'm gonna bump you down. Navy Girl, do you have any questions for Sean Porter? Now, if you ask him a question, give him an opportunity to actually answer the question.
I haven't said anything, so.
Okay, no, I'm
just curious. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Everyone.
I'm just, well, A, what if you're wrong? And B, if you knew all of this stuff.
One question at a time.
Oh, sorry.
A, what if you're wrong?
Okay.
I think he already said that he would come on and announce that.
Yeah, absolutely. I just happen to know that you don't go around squatting in a house and running up your deceased wife's father's credit cards for 2 months if you're an innocent, good, sweethearted person. So they're already on a position and a standing of taking advantage of Andrea and then taking advantage of Andrea's father. And now, with the deprivation of the ability to sell the house, taking advantage of wherever that money was going to be distributed to, which I believed after the house was liquidated, it was going to end up going to the kids to help them out. I know the one kid's in college.
Okay. So I would like to do a little bit of a follow-on. You said something that kind of tickled my ear earlier, saying that Rabbit was taking advantage of Andrea. It sounds from a lot of testimonies that Miss Andrea was a very generous person, not only with her time, but also about the shirt that she found out that I guess he really fancied your shirt and helped himself, gave himself a 5-finger discount allegedly in Minecraft. And you were made whole.
Did.
Yeah, well, you were made whole. You got a brand new shirt, right?
Yep.
But it's the principle. I understand that.
It was weird.
Right. Maybe you like the smell of your armpits in the T-shirt. I don't know. He wanted to listen. There are a lot of people that will ape and mimic and try to take on the personalities of people they think are stronger males that they want to emulate. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Wearing people's skin like a unitard is fucking creepy. I think we can all agree. That said, would it be fair to say that
see all those comments that GS was making? Like, this is what turns his audience against him right here, you know? Because he actually asks some, he makes some good points and he asks a few good questions here, right?
The servers never say that.
They all heard that in their heads.
Yeah, they never said it. Go back and watch the damn video. You know?
Yeah, right now getting back to the politicking, right? The politicking, you're either on the sushi side, which means you believe it was sushi, so that's a side to take. If you like sushi, stay on the sushi side. I'm going to be over here on the, I'm asking questions and I want to see them prove that side, right? So that's the two sides in the politicking that's going on here.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people took advantage of Andrea's generosity. Not saying you per se, but I don't know the history there, but we heard about press and BSBT going cross country. It seems like she was bankrolling a lot of stuff for these people.
I don't know what her relationship
Not
with those
true.
guys is. I just met all of those individuals after she passed.
Not true. Everybody knows, she wanted to do the trip. You know what I mean? She wanted to get out. She wanted an adventure in life. She's the one that wanted that sort of stuff,
Right.
And I mean, so Billy is basically confirming all the stuff that we say if you listen to him close enough.
You want to read it?
So Erica just said, let's see, do my eye thing that they love. The trolls loved my eye thing right here. GS made bank last night in his live. Hawk and Rabbit scrapped $20 together for a super chat. Crazy people making money off Andrea's death. The grief grifting garden gnome in 4G That would be GS, right? That's why we give him the name, the grief grifting garden gnome. Thank you for the comment, Erica.
Yeah, thank you. And Slice said, Erica, I believe GS is only doing this so he can stay relevant, have some content, and grift. Of course.
Yeah, Four Corner.
So that makes it right because he got a new shirt.
I don't know how she would be financing them. She's never once financed me because I never had like a request for money. I never had like PayPal or any of the stuff like GoFundMe. I never did any links on my channel. I never did anything like that ever. I never took money from people in that way, shape, or form. But she was taken advantage of.
But my question wasn't for you in particular.
Okay.
Can one say, based on her being a very generous spirit, would it seem, because all I'm hearing when I hear all these testimonies from these people is that Lion was a great supporter of them.
Well, she used to
comments
share.
And,
yeah, she would share. She would always comment for the algorithm, thumbs up, and she would always share our stuff all over the place and get us exposure, all of us. And
so what did you guys do for Lion? That's my question.
Oh, I mean, we just talked to her. We just talked to her. She was just an enthusiast who liked to be a part of things, and she seemed like a homebody.
All right, go ahead. Navy's got a question, if you don't mind.
If it seems like you have a great insight into their relationship and things that were going on with them, and why is it all coming out now?
The cheating came out on Tuesday. She was, in my opinion, murdered on Friday. So there was only a period of a few days between when she called me and sent me the text messages and when she ended up not being around. Sorry about that, GS. No,
you did fine. You did fine. That has been a consistent statement. And like I'm saying, I mean, if she lost a baby, maybe she's put
pause. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Again, they're trying to attack Sean because like he didn't jump into action and I don't know, put on a cape and fly in there and swoop Andrea out, right? Andrea called us and she told us the situation, but we didn't, she didn't think he was going to come home and shoot her in the face. Right. And how can you jump to that conclusion, but they are continuously trying to attack Sean Porter and put him on trial. Right. And we never ask Rabbit any important questions. They just let him sit up there and run his narrative, right? This propaganda while they set up another streaming channel with a red rummer. Right. First it was Kaiser and now they're doing it with Billy. They're totally setting it up. They had Billy on the stream the night before this, just talking and watching the video and commenting and whatever, and then he gets up there again. He's getting more and more comfortable to taunt the family, to taunt the victims, to act like red rumming is acceptable in this country as long as you're on the right side politically speaking, then Navy Girl and Killamilla and the Grief Grifting Garden Gnome and the Little Engine That Couldn't and Katie Zed and Direct Deposit are all going to run cover, JJ.
Right.
Don't forget JJ at the center of the Pentagram 5.
Exactly. And it's showing. I mean, even this is showing.
Right. And I mean, he only had 3 days, like he pointed out, but what is he supposed to do? Just assume that Billy's going to kill her? Right? No. But when she, winds up dead, obviously everybody's going to react to that.
Right.
But they just keep trying to attack Sean Porter, and I think it's really indicative of their entire political position.
On some weight, she had stopped doing her walking because in our Bible study, she'd always like, I'm going for my walk, I'm really pushing myself, I'm really trying to stay consistent with this. And I think she slipped back into a doldrum. I think we've all been there a time or two. You know, you get down into the valley, but you're not meant to pitch a tent and stay there.
We got to pause it again.
You gotta pack the tent up, stay there for.
He said doldrum. Okay. He used a big word.
He did.
He's so fucking proud of himself over there. He's clearly been reading the Frauditor Commandments. Commandment number 7 is thou shalt use big words. Facts. Have you seen the Frauditor Commandments, Gregory?
Pardon me?
Have you seen the Frauditor Commandments?
No.
No,
Okay.
I haven't showed him yet.
They're top secret. I was just checking to make sure Westside didn't share them with you without clues and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll have to talk about those, Gregory.
Yeah, I'll wait till you mention them, all 10 of them first, and then we'll go at it.
Yeah, we'll go at it. All right, back to the video.
Oh, I'm gonna read this one first. It says Billy got a gun and the whole road comes undone.
A couple days, pack the tent up and get to marching again. And I think she kind of got down into a valley, perhaps. And you know, like I told Rabbit last night. Listen, if my wife sent a dating website of me naked to a male acquaintance that wasn't, you know, a father or a brother or somebody like, hey, look what this guy's doing, you know, that would tell me that she's not happy about it. I mean, yeah. I think you'd have to be in a level of cognizant dissonance to just twist your mind being like, oh, she was okay with it. That's incongruent. But they say what? In vino veritas, truth and wine. Right. So, and a lot of people said that she would get, well, Rabbit said she would get drunk and then she would say all kinds of things to people and make the phone calls. Right. That doesn't sound like somebody that's happy.
She didn't sound intoxicated when I spoke to her.
Fair enough.
She was furious. She wanted the Rabbit, you know, out of her life. She was mad that he was cheating on her the whole time and that her marriage was a sham. And she said that he was deleting the apps as she was screenshotting them. Like apparently there's some shared use device system or something that they had. I have no idea how those sites work. I've never been on Tinder before. I've never been on FetLife. But she was screenshotting it and sending it to everybody and telling the world about the Rabbit. And I don't think you go from that to being wanting to do that to yourself in just a couple days. And her text messages prior to it did not make me think that at all.
Right. Fair enough. I mean, just objectively, not having any inside information. If my wife, and I'm putting myself trying to walk a mile, if my wife were to be disseminating pictures of me in a dating site, butt ass naked, other men in my orbit, I don't think she's doing it because she's bragging and happy. And I mean, that just seems like a weird flex. Navy Girl, do you have? I'm gonna let you ask one more question if you have one. Otherwise, I'm gonna bring Rats up if that's okay.
I just think that you should be very careful what you say because you could be wrong. That's all I got to say.
So yeah, Brick, and that's a warning. Okay, admonition. Okay, thank you, Navy Girl. I'll bring everyone back up here in a little bit. I'm gonna drop you down, but I would like Brick. So here's the interesting thing. What changed between you said you knew her for 3 years, and then she had mentioned when the whole Rabbit arrest thing is he just using me, and you said I'm not in your marriage like that, and then 2 years later now she sends you this stuff, right?
Believe me, I did not.
So the question, well, let me finish. Please, let me just finish this question. Why did Sean indulge this conversation? Being, if she was a biblical woman, she should not have involved. Right? No, I understand, but what you're saying is, what's that?
She foisted it on me.
I hear what you're saying, but
yeah,
but you told her last time when she actually was asking for your input, I'm not in your marriage like that, but this time you kind of entertained it. So why suddenly? And then you've come out
naked pictures of the Rabbit's penis.
It's jarring. But you come out really hard against him.
So nobody wants to see that.
I definitely don't.
Yeah,
I'm
and then-
sorry, Erica. I forgot about it. You and a half sit You see, I'm old. When you get 55, your mind forgets. I'm sorry, you know.
And I also want to point out that at one time somebody was asking why Andrea was sharing this picture with other folks, and then I just want to make a quick note that Donald Carney said that Rabbit showed him that picture, so that means Rabbit was showing folks that profile. And then it sounds like when Andrea found it, she was upset. She was also sharing the profile, but she was disgusted by it, and she didn't want that. That's how it looks to me. But I do remember folks trying to say that, Andrea was sharing it out. That may be inappropriate. If that's the case, it was equally inappropriate for Billy to share it with Carney. Not that matters,
Right.
Super hard against people who cheat on their wife of 3 months.
Sure.
I'm sorry. It's not
but
the way
based
I
on
am.
what you said marriage is a trap. You think that it would be liberating to not be married anymore.
Yeah, but I don't cheat on my own girlfriend. This dude's cheating on his wife, and she's paying all the bills. And it's, he was just using her at that point. And I did not want the pictures sent to my phone. She sent them while I was on talking with her about it. She was sending me pictures, and it was disgusting to see. And that is when I got involved, but at arm's length. And remember, I didn't contact the Rabbit after that at all until the Rabbit called me after her death that evening.
All right, and I'm sorry, Rats, I'll give you the floor here in a second, which you didn't hear on my stream last night, but I did say it could look suspicious, and I said this, Rabbit was even on the stream when I said it, so I'm not backstabbing, I'm not saying shit behind his back. This is just me being objective. I did say that if he had access to her phone and saw the call log, finding out who she talked to shortly before the event, this would give merit to your assertion that he was trying to get the narrative, get the script, trying to massage the facts in your mind so that that makes any sense.
So can you pause it?
Alicia told him on the recorded phone call when he.
Yep.
He's mute.
Yeah, you're muted.
I'll be real quick. Sorry, we'll get right back to the video. But this is why GS gets in trouble with his audience. This is the politicking that we're talking about, because he's actually making good points and asking some good questions here. And he's wondering, he even said he thought some of the things Rabbit did was suspicious. Right? Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah.
And he's questioning it, and that's good.
Yeah, he's questioning it. So good job on that, GS. I want you to keep that up. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
She's confiding in dozen of men. Okay.
He was. I mean, this speaks to Lion One, though. That comment speaks to Lion One. She was a networker. Billy will even give her credit for how wonderful she was as far as networking. This is part of why I think Billy wanted to. I'm a big fan of the bigger conspiracy here. That there's way more moving parts than simply just Billy being angry at Andrea and then taking her life. I think that there's way more involved in this conspiracy. There really is. Can you put that comment back up there, though?
This one?
Yeah. So, but this is why Billy was giving her credit for being able to network. Andrea was the driving force in that relationship. She was the dominant one. Billy was her little bitch, it seems like. Right? So the fact that she's networking with dozens of men, this is not. Rabbit knew this coming into the relationship. She was a fan of Porter's and involved with Sean Porter before the Rabbit. Then remember, the Rabbit assumed Porter's identity. Remember that?
Can you stop that for 1 second? Where did I say position easily BAT? You really should quote me more. Person.
Yeah. You know what? That may be fair criticism. But if I got that wrong. You are saying that, some of this stuff looked a little funny. GS, you just said it. You just said it. Your own words said it. Do you want to back up just a tiny bit since GS is questioning it?
Sure.
This is a long stream, so I don't want to keep pausing it, but
I'm gonna go back a little ways
for your input.
yeah, it's
I'm
a
not
long
in your
video. I don't want to
marriage
keep
like that, but
pausing
this
it, but
time you kind of entertained it. So why
Well,
why suddenly? And then you've come out
naked pictures
real-
of the rabbit's penis.
It's jarring. It's jarring. But you've
Yeah, it's
come out
gross.
really hard against him. So
I
I guess
come out super hard against people who cheat on their wife of 3 months.
Sure.
I'm sorry. It's not
but
the way
based
I
on
am.
what you said marriage is a trap. You think that it would be liberating to not be married anymore.
Yeah, but I don't cheat on my own girlfriend. This dude's cheating on his wife and she's paying all the bills. And it's
Okay.
you know, he was just using her at that point. And
Fair
I
enough.
did not want the pictures sent to my phone. She sent them while I was on talking with her about it. She was sending me pictures and it was disgusting to see.
Okay.
And that is when I got involved, but at arm's length. And remember, I didn't contact the rabbit after that at all until the rabbit called me after her death that evening.
All right, and I'm sorry, Rats, I'll give you the floor here in a second, which you didn't hear on my stream last night, but I did say it could look suspicious, and I said this rabbit
it
was
could look
even on the stream
suspicious
when I
in
said
your
it,
own
so I'm
words
not
right
back-
there, GS. For crying out loud, GS. For a second, GS, just bear with me, bro. This is what we do, okay? This is what we do. We try to find out what your words were, buddy, and you just said suspicious, and then you denied saying suspicious.
He said, oops.
Whoops. Sorry, GS. Sorry you said that, buddy. We can keep playing now. And by the way, people should never hold this up, by the way. You don't have to pause it, but people should never hold this up, okay? Looks so gay
Thank you
with
for
it.
being honest, GS.
Was he being honest?
I did say
He corrected
that
himself.
if he had access to her phone and saw the call log, finding out who she talked to shortly before the event, this would give merit to your assertion that he was trying to get the narrative, get the script, trying to massage the facts in your mind, so that, if that makes any sense.
That and Alicia told him on the recorded phone call when he called her to announce the death to her.
Mm-hmm.
She repeatedly said she talked to Sean Porter, and she said that over and over to him again. And he had the call logs and the text message screens with the naked pictures that she sent on her end. So he did call me, and I believe it was just to fix my story, because he didn't call Ron Benghazi Headland, who was like a father to him that night, or even any time after that, until I started speaking up about what I thought transpired. And then he called Ron Benghazi Headland.
Right. So I'm being objective. Now, I'm not saying
If you can
that's
pause
what
it, I did like that
happened
comment
or
for a
didn't happen.
second. That comment that you put up by Teresa Miller, don't you think if it was about the house of money, he would have made sure it was in her name? You know what? I don't know. I'm thinking that the rabbit just, he doesn't look into these sort of things. I think he runs off these assumptions and stuff like that. But I don't know. Kind of stupid knowing that the house doesn't belong to either of them. Well, I mean, it could have been a crime of passion too. I don't know. I mean, it could be he got pissed off and this was a sudden fight. You know what I mean? But everything that he's saying, I think, sets up to there was motive. There was, him getting married to her 3 months earlier. I think he was under the assumption that he was going to get everything. That's just how I see it.
Right. And the choice was to do something to get something. Right.
And I think it would be a reasonable entailment that could possibly be a plausible plot line. Rats, did you have anything else you wanted to add to that before Rats gets an opportunity to hopefully respectfully engage? She's kind of hot, dude, because not necessarily that you've been attacking her, but you've spun up a lot of real sub 70 IQ tards out there, and they're just spun right the fuck up. And they're
I
like
resemble that remark, sir.
They're like little toy soldiers, like going around doing Captain Destructo shit. And I remember Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That was a fun game when I was a kid.
Yep.
Go ahead. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
I'm good.
Okay. Rats, do you have anything you want to ask? Is she mad at me? Uh-oh. I think she, maybe her mic. She's praying. Oh, there's Rabbit. Ron was nothing other than a guy to protest with. How is someone getting that narrative? Someone I don't know nor spent time with outside of protesting is like a father to me. I think he spoke really highly of you, actually, Porter.
Well,
which is probably why he's so angry and feels betrayed.
Well, I feel angry and betrayed that
fair enough.
He, you know, in my mind, he killed her. And I don't see any evidence that would lead me to believe that she committed sushi at all. So I'm furious because I was dumb enough to be his friend and trust him and let him stay at my house and play with my son. And I got pictures of him on a amusement park ride in a giant bunny
Can you
suit.
pause that? Can you pause that, please? That's very important because, like, you know how Porter is saying, like, that's how I would expect all these guys to be talking about Kaiser. Like, I can't believe I got duped by him. You know, I'll give you a quick example, like Kfar. You know, I'll bet Kfar was planning on inviting Wrangler over for the holidays to be around his kids and stuff like that. I don't know for sure, but I suspect that he would do stuff like that. Do you see how Porter is talking? Porter is upset that he got duped by his buddy that he now suspects of a heinous crime. And the politicking we're talking about, the other side, they cover up for this stuff. I would expect GS to be saying this about Kaiser. Does that make sense?
Yeah, hey, Booker System, I have two questions to ask you. Is Kfar and Kfar Reacts is the same person or different?
Kfar, well, Kfar started out as Kfar and now he's Kfar Reacts.
Okay.
But yeah, he's the same. Yeah, he's the same.
And second of all, let me tell the people, if it wasn't Sean Porter, there would be no Rabbit. Get to the with that 100%. Sean Porter, Sean Porter helped Rabbit to do an audit. He asked when an interview to ask Sean Porter, can you help me to do audits? If it wasn't Sean Porter, there would be no Rabbit.
Which is why I think, Gregory, which is why I think Rabbit was drawn to Andrea because Andrea had the connection. So
exactly.
Andrea speaking to dozens of men. Well, these are the dozens of men that are in the 1A community, and she was a very active participant. So Teresa, with her questions, is helping us make our point, and it's actually pointing to the larger conspiracy at hand that maybe Billy is just an infiltrator. And he came into this movement to buddy up to Sean Porter, and then maybe he kind of mimics folks to kind of infiltrate and earn their trust or whatever. This speaks to the larger conspiracy as far as I'm concerned, Teresa.
I believe you, Teresa. I believe you.
We can keep playing it if you can hit play.
It was 3. So, you know, it's a two-way street here, GS. And honestly, the actions taken by the Rabbit after this incident occurred have been nothing less than damning. I mean, the credit card thing is big. The ashes thing is big. The fundraising and the pizza party, smiling ear to ear thing is big. And I'm just wholly convinced that what happened was not a sushi.
Okay. So
why?
Oh God, I think I lost it. Yeah. So my question would be, what would it take for you to let go of the narrative that you think it was a murking? What would have to be? Well, first off, we haven't gotten the cause of death has not been confirmed, right? From the autopsy.
Yeah, it has.
What was the cause of death?
No, not the cause of death. The ownership of the gun and the numbers, who was registered to, and where it was sold from.
No. Okay.
So
wait. Okay. You just like totally moved the goalpost. That's not what I asked you. Maybe there was like a lag or something. My question is, what would it take for you to rescind your?
That's one of the rules in the Frauditor commandments, by the way. Thou shalt move the goalposts.
Murking.
Well, at this point, because of the way he went for the money so quickly, immediately, and the use of the credit cards for 2 months, and the basically holding the ashes hostage from the father, not sending the father any of them. And
you're giving me what would it take for you to admit or to be accepting, because you give me all the reasons why you think he did it. Now I'm going to ask the question. You seem like a smart dude. All right. So let's not make a straw man and attack the straw man. My question is very, and you can say I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. That's fine. That's a perfectly fine answer. What would it take for you? What evidence would need to be presented to you? And it nothing may suffice. Right. And that's an answer. But,
probably nothing based on my conversations with the rabbit. Yeah.
Okay. So fair enough. Okay. I mean, so there's no point in. Go ahead, Rats. Did you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we got you loud and clear.
Okay. I keep losing signal. So, well, one of my questions was exactly that. What is the acceptable sushi side going to look like to you? And I don't think that it's going to be in any way that it is going to be favorable in the world of sushi side versus. I didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, he basically said that based on his relationship with Rabbit is really nothing at this point in time. That
I'm convinced, as are a lot of other people, and we have a right to have our absolute heartfelt opinions and beliefs. And I don't see any other way that this went down. You know, this is after the cheating was discovered. This was when he was getting ready to leave. She was making plans with Alicia right before this happened to go to Ohio. She was going to move to Ohio. They were going to sell the house in North Carolina.
Do we have text messages saying such? Do we have any verifiable proof?
We're taking Alicia's word at this point on that.
I'm sorry. As far as based on my interactions with Alicia,
my text messages were simply she would be fine alone with her 4 dogs. They're good loyal dogs. You've seen the text messages I sent them to you.
That doesn't say she's moving to Ohio.
No, that doesn't say she's moving to Ohio. That all comes from Ashley or Alicia.
That also doesn't mean that she wants to go home and that she wants to die.
And it was coming from that 1A community too.
Yeah, pause it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that the moving to Ohio is that important, but exactly where she was going. I mean, moving to Ohio, like maybe in the short term, you know, getting out of there right then, but selling the house and all that would take a lot of time. You don't just move to Ohio, you know. You have to find somewhere to get to, and, you know, it takes time and planning, especially since it was in a trust, right? That's not going to happen overnight. But like going to Ohio right then, yeah, getting out of the house right then, or somewhere. I mean, I don't think she was stuck on necessarily Ohio if she was going to go somewhere, just somewhere cool and exciting, you know?
Right.
Something different, you know?
And Slice, I said, and when she's talking to someone, why would she text? But what I'm thinking is she's referring to maybe having the phone call recorded, you know, because GS was asking if there was text messages on it and if we had proof of it.
Right. But, I mean, testimony is evidence. Right. And in my testimony, Sean Porter's testimony, Alicia's testimony, Joe Cool's testimony, all 4 of us were talking to Lion One the week prior to her death. And we all have, when we're talking about the basic facts, that she believed he was cheating on her. She believed that he was on these BDSM sites. She believed that he had posted a naked picture of her. You know, she was done with him, right? That's what she was conveying to me, to Sean Porter, to Alicia, and to Joe Cool. She asked Joe Cool to pick her up, to come get her. So as to where they were going really doesn't matter, you know, but not having, I mean, text messages would be additional proof, but the testimony of 4 of us, right? didn't like talk about it amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? We all came forward separately, right? And have similar stories, you know,
Right.
about that, right? But as far as going to Ohio, that's really Alicia saying that. Maybe they talked about that. Alicia might have wanted her to go there, you know, and she was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds cool. That would be fun." I don't know, but you know, I didn't suggest anything, and Lion One didn't say to me, "Oh, she had somewhere in mind that she was trying to go."
But Lemmy came in yesterday and actually confirmed that she said in a few months or a few weeks that she would be in Ohio. So I think she was wanting
Yeah,
to
yeah.
meet
She
up with
told
some
Joe
people.
Cool that. She told Joe Cool that she would be in Ohio or something. But like that doesn't mean she's just moving there. Like I said, you got to sell the house. You have to buy a new house. I mean, you know, it doesn't necessarily just mean that she's just going to get up and move to Ohio, right? Because there's got to be somewhere for her to move. If she's going to go stay with Alicia, but that doesn't mean that, you know, she's just going to stay there forever. I mean, she would have wanted Billy to get out of her house, you
Right.
know, and then I mean, I would imagine she probably would have went back there. She liked it there, you know,
Right.
right? But nobody knows, and it doesn't really matter what, you know, I think is in like Let's Oatbo is commenting, you know, that Billy shouldn't be presumed innocent. I mean, he was presumed innocent, I think, by a lot of folks, but uh, I wasn't one of them. I mean, I presumed him guilty immediately. That's my right to do that. But it was based on evidence, you know, my own evidence, my own experiences with Lion One and the conversations that I just had with Lion One. So of course I know those, you know. I can't unknow it, right? I know she wasn't depressed. I know she wasn't suicidal. I know that she was done with this dumbass. And she was moving on, and she was horrified at what he had done. Her heart was broken, but she wasn't depressed about it. She was gonna leave him bucked like Chuck in the wilderness, you know.
Well, and the whole thing is she's not here to defend herself, but you know, like they're saying, oh, she got drunk and all this, and these are people that are saying, oh, she wasn't my friend. But if she wasn't your friend, why would you be saying shit like that?
Well, Billy
Or
didn't
even
even
if she
drink.
was,
Billy didn't even drink, and well, Erica said that Lion One was drinking with Carney that one day.
right?
So that sounds to me like Carney is getting her in the bar, getting her the drinks. You see what I'm saying? It sounds to me like Carney might be an alcoholic, right? Because
And wanted a drinking buddy.
yeah, why would they go to the bar? Like I just can't even fathom this idea. That kind of blew my mind. Lion One being at the bar, right? Because she doesn't go out and like hang out in places like that. But she would. I'm just saying it wasn't like something she would generally like to do, you know? Like
Right.
maybe if it was a guest or something within town, she might entertain something like that. But to do with these so-called everyday friends that are around there all the time. And Carney even admitted that she got mad at him and started saying terrible things about him. And then what does he do? He goes back in and moves in the second she's gone against her wishes, you know?
Exactly.
But let's Opo, you know, presuming Billy innocent is one thing, presuming a sushi site is another. Okay, it's a red rum until there's evidence that it's a sushi site. Period. That is non-negotiable. Whether or not Billy did it or not is, you know, in a court of law, that is presumed innocent, but not that it's a red rum. Okay, everything points towards a red rum. There's somebody dead. There's a gunshot to the face. I've seen zero GSR evidence to show that she pulled that trigger. I've seen zero blood splatter analysis to show that nobody else was in the room. I haven't seen a sushi side note. I haven't seen any pictures of these supposed dog bowls, the food. I haven't seen anything documenting the smell of perfume from the police, or, this is just a wild fantasy of a Trust Me Bro campaign by Generally Specific and Rats to the Moon, Mountain Mama, Navy Girl, for Billy and Carney, possibly the Lieutenant Colonel Mark Owens, and Direct D and JJ. This helps a lot of folks, because they're going to be running streams off of Billy for a long time if this goes how I think it is, where the police bumblefuck every aspect of this, and it just draws on forever. And society wants him off the street, but the police just focus on anybody with cameras.
Well, I don't want no apology. I really just want justice for Andrea.
Justice for Andrea.
Yeah, I don't need no apologies. I don't need no, oh, this person did this or this person said that. I mean, I just want justice for Andrea.
Right.
And that's the whole purpose of these videos and these lives.
Well, maybe next time GS gets Billy on the stream, he can ask him some real questions and kick these clout chasers off of his stream that are just getting in the way and trying to attack the victim. And Sean, he lost his friend that day. I mean, Andrea, he obviously cared about Andrea more than she knew. I don't think she knew that he cared about her as much as he did. Right. I think that she thought of him as more of like Billy's friend, and she didn't know that he didn't like Billy, but he liked her, that's my opinion. I don't think that she thought he was such a good friend as he's turned out to be.
Right.
I mean, she liked him and she always talked good about him to me, but no, I don't think at all that she thought he was totally in her corner and not liking Billy. I don't think she understood how much he was not liking Billy. Because he didn't try to get in between their relationship. They were together. Right. He wasn't trying to talk shit about Billy to Andrea.
No, he was pretty much being a friend to both. I mean, even though he was more friends with Andrea, right?
He would have been better friends with Andrea, but is my estimation of it now. But he didn't want to be around Billy. He didn't like Billy, but they're together. So unless you're gonna, tell Lion One that, oh well, I like you, but I don't like Billy. I'll talk to you, but I don't really want to talk to Billy. Then you'd come in between them, I guess, right? And he didn't do that, right? Which I think is the way to handle it, I never tried to come in between them, even though exactly. I didn't like Billy, Nobody likes Billy.
And a lot of people are growing to not like him just by hearing what he says, and it's not hearsay because he said it. He said it on your live, GS. That is not hearsay.
Sounds
like he said, what did he say on his live?
He said all of his whole play-by-play of that day. Yeah. He said that on GS's live.
He also said that his motive was because he needed the money to support his meth habit. He did say that. Facts. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe he thinks he can just confess to the motive of a murder on YouTube and that's okay.
Well, nobody else is going to pay attention to. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. If his homies don't pay attention to what he says, but want to nitpick at what BSBT or you say, then maybe they should go back and rewatch that video of what he actually said.
Right. Because a transcription of it will clearly say in writing that he did it because he needed money for his meth addiction. That's what a transcription will say. So that's motive.
Every day of the week.
Shall we continue?
Shall we?
Gaslighting her to try to break up with Rabbit. So,
I'm not saying that wasn't occurring at all by any stretch of the imagination. That's a valid point as well.
Could you imagine?
I'm going to ask you a question, Sean.
Sure.
But I don't want you to answer this one.
Okay.
Do you watch porn? Don't
Not
answer
typically.
It is nobody's business.
Well, it was sent to my phone.
That's not Rabbit's fault, I'm quite sure. How do you know that was Rabbit's appendage?
Oh, it was Rabbit, and I talked to him about it, and he confirmed it was him. And he said that he hadn't cheated yet, but then on GS's live stream when I was on there, he said that she was okay with the cheating. So that's like two different statements, polar opposites, two contradictory statements. If they were under oath, would be considered perjury. So he told me he hadn't cheated yet. And then he, on the GS show, when I was on it and he was getting all heated, he said she was okay with the cheating. So I got two different heads of the coin there. And it's all these statements like that from him that make me not believe him.
Actually, I think he said that I don't want to talk about what she was into because it's no one's business. But the cat's out of it.
He did say on your stream that she was okay with it if you go back and re-listen to it.
Right. But he also said that he didn't, like, everyone thinks she like walked on frickin' the purest snow and never made a footprint. And he's saying that, no, I mean, you can chuckle, but everyone's like worshiping her. Like it's fucking St. George fucking Floyd all over again.
Well, she did act like a saint to a lot of us, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's a horrible person, but he said specifically she wasn't pure as the driven snow, but out of respect for it being no one else's business, I'm not gonna throw it all over the internet. I think that's kind of a stand-up way to look at it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true. At the end of the day, people should mind their own business as much as possible. And I think you did that up until the point where you couldn't anymore. That said, I think Alicia, now, can we grant this? And I'm sorry, Rats, and I'll be quiet. I'll actually take myself so you guys can have a conversation. Is it possible that people, I mean, this people guy, I'm talking people as in the plural, not the one special guy.
The plural, not the singular.
That there were.
Yeah. Just
that's funny though that GS did that. That's funny.
Enough people that she was reaching out to because she was confused and stressed and maybe wasn't feeling so great, was in pain, didn't like the way her body was looking, was really struggling with depression, was in and out of maybe coping with, self-medicating, which a lot of people do. Is it possible that people were gaslighting her and with like a black pill of sorts of like, you got to leave him, he's a loser, he's this, he's that, and gassing her up? It's possible that some of that blood, if she did make a final solution for a temporary problem, is there any potential blood on other people's hands or culpability for, instead of saying, go to God, you're a religious person, that should be between you and your priest or the father, whatever your spirit leader is. So what I'm trying to say is it possible that there might be other people that might have caused her demise, not even knowing that they were doing that, like her being in
possible. I just don't believe that. You see where I'm going? Like there's a lot of different roads. I believe, based on the statements he made about getting the premonition, but not calling her and just going to all these different places on the way to go home, even though he had this premonition. I mean, that right there was just mind blowing to hear him say that he stopped to get eggs in Hobby Lobby and the post office and returned the wood chipper. And then he took a shower first. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but like, none of that seems normal.
Go ahead.
Have you never shook off that inner voice?
I don't really have an inner voice, I'll be honest with you.
A gut feeling? Does that help?
A gut feeling? I typically just go with my gut and roll with it. I mean, I don't necessarily hear voices or anything like that, but the premonition thing, I guess the way it's the premonition thing, the way it's worded.
Let him finish. I love you, Rats, but you got to let the man finish.
The premonition, just so with the premonition to me, I hear that and I think like a vision. So that's what a vision, something's wrong. I got to be home at 3:30 or what have you. But then you stop all these other places. That just seems completely.
But that was her
implausible.
question. Have you ever had kind of a creepy feeling or a situation where you're like, I don't know. And then you just kind of said, it's just probably my imagination. And then you went about doing other things. I'm not justifying it. I'm not condemning it. I'm just saying I don't know how many times my wife said I wouldn't do that. And guess what I did? I did that. And then I said I should have freaking listened because she had a premonition or a gut instinct. And, I got myself in some, into some trouble, and I had to finagle my way out of it. You know what I mean? I had to figure out a way to either saying I regret what I said or I apologize to someone. So I guess what Rat's question was, and forgive me, Rats, for cutting you off earlier. Was that your question was, have you ever had a gut instinct, but still kind of ignored it? Was that your question?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I think he kind of answered it, but Rats, do you have any other questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you aware that they had been harassed after the hurricane?
Who?
Andrea and Rabbit.
Andrea never told me. She called me quite often. I had more contact with Andrea than I did with Rabbit for like the last, from the hurricane forward. Rabbit turned into a different individual. I would talk to him briefly and I would end up just talking to Andrea, and Andrea would tell me stuff rather than the Rabbit.
Okay, I don't care. Are you aware that they were being harassed?
I never heard anything about it. I would think that she would have told me if there was a problem and then, somehow involved me in it.
So to be a little bit more
Are
specific,
you aware that she lost a baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, to be a little bit more specific, it was accusations of theft, which I believe that Sean is actually saying that he believes there is validity to that. I remember them saying we're being attacked. It's a spiritual battle. Their demons are coming after us, making all kinds of accusations against us that we're doing things at these camps that we're not doing. I remember her coming onto our channel often and proclaiming that. And I think she even made some videos about it.
Did Rabbit tell you about his conviction on August 5th?
For trespass?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told everyone. Yeah, he told everyone. He told us that he got arrested.
Yeah, that was the camp that Sheriff Ashley Beam said he was stealing from.
Right. Now, where's the police report for that?
No, that's just what he told me on the phone. You'll have to ask him for the police report for that.
So why is Sheriff Beam talking to you?
He's a deputy.
This comes,
but hanging up on other people.
This comes all from the one conversation that I had with him. It was a long conversation, and that's one of the things that Ashley Beam told me is that he was stealing from people at the camps and in town. So that's coming from law enforcement. I trust it to be true. The fact that he got trespassed and then, he told me one story and then he gets this conviction. So now I don't know what to believe. But long story short, he stole my shirt from my house when he was a guest at my home. So I have no problem believing that he stole from other people.
Fair. I mean, and if that's true, I don't think it's a good
true.
look.
Okay.
I know about the shirt.
So my question.
Well, can I finish about the shirt?
Sure. I believe you about the shirt. I believe you about the shirt.
What was really weird is he started posting videos in my shirt, which I only wore in like maybe 2 videos. One was a school board video because it was highly inappropriate. And then he was smoking a cigar, which was my thing, in these videos. It was very off-putting. It was like he was mimicking me.
Okay.
Hi, Sean. So what charge am I convicted of?
Oh, you're not convicted of the theft. That's just what the detective told me.
No. You said August 5th I was convicted. So what am I convicted of? You just said it.
I heard that you had a trespassing case and that you are now on probation for 36 months.
So, what you're saying is I'm convicted of trespassing, right?
Well, you're here right now. Why don't you tell us why you're on probation for 36 months?
I'm asking you to go ahead and answer what I just asked you. The question you just said I was convicted of something on August 5th. So please tell me what I was convicted of and where you're getting this information.
I was told that you got 36 months probation.
By whom?
By
Ashley?
whom and for what charge?
For trespassing.
What's the charge exactly?
I don't know exactly what the charge is. Why don't you tell us?
So you don't know the whole situation that Andrea asked you for help for months ago?
Oh, no, I remember the story that I got, but I don't believe it after all we've gone through.
That's the same case. So
was
what's the
Carney
charge?
At the house?
Oh, no. We're not sidetracking.
Was Carney there?
Stop sidetracking, Sean.
Was Carney at the house?
Stop sidetracking,
Was Carney at the house?
I asked you a specific question.
Was he there when she died?
And you are sidetracking.
What about the lieutenant colonel?
Again.
Were they there?
About the conviction that you supposedly
were
said
they
I
there at the time of her death?
On August 5th, please provide these records of this so-called conviction that I have on August 5th.
Donald,
how about 4 days ago when you were on a video in the house, Rabbit, with Don Carney? How about that? Okay, go on. So isn't it? Broken system?
Donald Carney.
Then why
What's up,
is Rabbit
Gregory?
and Don Carney on the property 4 days ago?
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, Rabbit, answer that.
Yeah, well, and Sean Porter is, keep in mind, Billy keeps saying he didn't do it and he's more than happy to answer some questions. This is a very direct question from Sean Porter was the Hawk with you the day of the shooting, or was he there at the time of the shooting? You know, these are very important questions. And I think that, you know, I'm just suspicious because of Rabbit being reluctant to answer these questions and then say he wants to talk about it. But then he doesn't want to answer direct questions, simple direct questions like this. This to me points not only to his guilt, but this to me points to the larger conspiracy that I was talking to. I don't think this may be a simple cut and dry like Sean Porter might think it is, but this points to me towards the larger conspiracy right here.
Was he at your house when Andrea died?
That's not the topic right now.
Did you
I
guys,
asked you
did
a
you guys
specific
ride
question.
together from Charlotte with the lieutenant colonel and Don Carney?
Sean, I don't know how hard it is for you to comprehend that you have a specific question that you still need to answer before we sidetrack to a question.
No,
that you
how
can
about
ask
you talk
me.
about your? How about you talk about your deceased wife? How about you tell us if Don Carney was there?
Why don't you answer the question?
I'm still waiting for the answer to the question of this supposed conviction on August 5th.
Rabbit,
Tell us about your case on August 5th.
We can get to that. You made a claim. He's asking you for receipts. That's it. So we can go to the other stuff if that's where it's going to go. But you're gish galloping over. Go ahead.
So he had a trespassing case on August the 5th. I was told by a party I'm not going to name at this point in time that he got 36 months probation.
Okay. So it's not Chris Ryder, is it?
Where is the proof of this evidence here? You know, where is the proof of the claims here?
Well, what did you get for that case?
Can you show us the text messages proof here?
It was a phone call.
Would it be on a blotter?
It was from the court records.
Oh, so
it should be online.
So you're saying that the court system is telling you this?
The court system is the source of the information that was relayed to me.
Okay.
So tell me what happened at your court date, and was Don Carney present when your wife died?
All right. So my court date was, let's back up here.
I know it was postponed one time.
No. Okay. So it was July 25th at 9:30 a.m. and the state voluntarily dismissed it. Why? Because I had permission to be on the property in written form. Thank you. I was not trespassing.
So you're not on probation for 36 months.
I have the information.
No, I just said the state voluntarily dismissed the case because I have written permission to be on the property.
Okay. Are you at Andrea's house now?
No, I'm at my home.
Oh, so you're at Andrea's former home?
No, I'm at my home.
Are you at the home that is owned by Tim?
Accept it.
No, I am at my home.
What is your home?
My home is a nice little home built in the 1940s, and it's beautiful. It's quaint. It's elegant. Unfortunately, it's got a space issue, but I can deal with that.
Is this the house that Andrea died in?
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
So you're at Andrea's house and you're not leaving, even though you were supposed to leave
Why is
yesterday.
that your
What
business?
the fuck is that? What the hell is that? I mean, that's very simple. Are you at the house that Andrea died in? Do you see how Rabbit is not answering these direct questions? I mean, this to me not only confirms that he's guilty to me, but it's very suspicious now of the larger conspiracy. Again, I'll keep saying it. This points to the larger conspiracy as far as I'm concerned. What Sly Shy have to say?
Focus first. Okay.
What's
The
up, Greg?
video was on Don. The video was on Facebook. There's evidence. 4 days ago,
Yeah.
and not he was there showing his face, saying hi.
Right, right.
Facts. Go to the Facebook. It's a big fact. You know, it's the facts. It's not lies. You know.
Yeah. I like that Sly Shy made this point though too, is people get donos, memberships, all that kind of stuff. If they on YouTube, these guys aren't doing anything out of the norm. Yeah. Except for
Because
GF
Sean Porter is asking if he was at the house, not a month ago. He was asking.
Yeah, and I haven't.
He was at the house 4 days ago. That's what he's asking too.
Yeah, and I haven't heard Sean Porter trying to leverage this to get subscribers and views. It sounds like he's doing a fantastic job of that on his own, being on a couple of the conservative twins, and then Donald Trump, something about a website or something, shared his videos. So he doesn't need to use this. So Sly Shy, I do agree with that, but Sean Porter isn't using this for that.
I mean, and I haven't asked nobody for nothing.
Yeah, and here you go. Here's Erica with firsthand testimony right here. I have proof of Rabbit talking with me the day after, so does the police. There you go. So this is proof. Why are you guys unwilling to accept Erica's testimony? Please answer me that. You can keep playing this, or get back to these evasive tactics by Rabbit.
I am at my home.
How is it your home if it's registered in Tim Matthews' name?
About 6 feet over to my right, sitting next to me, listening along.
So, are you at Tim Matthews' property right now?
No, I'm at my home.
Okay, what is your home? Is that the trailer?
I just told you it's a home built in the 1940s. It's about 2.5 bedrooms. It's 1.5 baths. It's beautiful. It's got a spatial issue. It's got a yoga studio out in the back.
Is this the one where Andrea died?
As I said, I will neither confirm nor deny.
You will not confirm nor deny that you're at the house where Andrea died.
I just told you that I'm at my home.
It's not your house.
I gotta step away, please. You guys and Rats, I'm gonna drop you down. Rabbit's a big boy. Sean's a big boy. That I just don't want I don't want it to turn into I'm gonna drop myself down.
Oh, I came on to get the answer to the
no,
question.
I like what you're asking. I like what you're saying. I think you're going somewhere there. If people make these claims, I just got to go put my chickens in. Real quick.
I would
go
like
put
to
the
finish
cocks
my
away.
question.
Okay.
So
would you allow that, Rabbit, if Rats can ask a question real quick? Is that okay, or do you want to continue your line? Just try to do one question, one answer if possible, and both of you try not to get gallop all over the place.
Have you ever been in a hurricane, Sean?
No, I've never been in a hurricane.
Okay. And have you lost a child?
No, I haven't lost a child. I have 2 children. Now, can we find out if Don
hold
Carney
on,
was
I'm not
at
done.
Andrea's death? Was she at the location where
I'm
she
not
died?
done. You can ask Rabbit that whenever I'm done.
Well, it's kind of the whole reason they're having this podcast is to talk about the death of Andrea. So was
Yes.
Don Carney present,
Yes.
Rabbit?
It's called the sushi side. Because you've
Was
never been through
Don
a loss of a child.
Carney-
You have never been through a hurricane.
Was Don
You don't
Carney
know
present?
what it is like.
What?
So I think we're attacking him. I said, no, you're not. We're not attacking at you. We're not. You know.
Do you see how these folks are running cover though? They are running cover and trying not to get the answers. Like they're actually trying to shield Rabbit from these. These are very basic, direct questions. I don't know why these are so hard for Rabbit to say.
And so I saw, he was commenting that he was agreeing with your comment.
Yeah. Yeah. He's agreeing
So
with
he wasn't saying anything bad or wrong about your comment.
And then to be
Well, I know that
harassed by
Rabbit's
people
at a
around
house
you.
he's supposed to have been out of yesterday, and he told his
That
attorney
is
that
not
he was
your
out of that house.
business. That is not
It
your
is.
business.
It is.
on
I'm
the
trying to find
video.
out where the rabbit is.
My
now.
God.
It's not your business.
Why
Don
did you
Carney
use
makes a
Andrea's
video on
dad's
it.
credit card,
Jeez.
Rabbit?
I knew I wouldn't get the answers to my questions.
Well, I've never lost a baby and I've never been in a hurricane, but that doesn't mean that he didn't kill Andrea. And it doesn't mean he's at her
It
house
doesn't
right
mean
now.
that she didn't commit suicide. And that's a rough thing for a woman to go through. I know people who went through Katrina that still are trying to recover.
We're
I
on
went
the
through
phone with the
Michael,
guy that
and
was
I'm
there when
trying
it
to
happened.
recover.
Why are you asking me questions? You should be asking the Rabbit. Was
I'm
Don
asking
Carney
you
present?
because it's you have no understanding. You want to claim that it's murking, and you can't even wrap your
Don
mind
Carney
around
present?
that it's a sushi site.
He won't talk about the incident. Do you hear that? He's not talking. He won't call back the police when they call him. Why?
How do you know?
Because that's what the detectives are telling everybody.
Are they?
Yeah.
Because I've
That's
talked to
interesting
them.
because pretty sure there's a few people in the chat that have heard my conversation with the sheriff, and the sheriff texts me whenever he needs to get in touch with me. So
why will you not answer whether Don Carney was present at the house when Andrea died?
I have answered that when I first put out my statement. Have you heard my official statement on the record?
No, I haven't heard your official statement.
Maybe you should go back and educate yourself and listen to that.
So you're
pause
at
it real
Andrea's
quick,
house
please.
right now, even though
That means, according to Rabbit, that means there's an official statement out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So all we have to do is locate that official statement. Rabbit, help us out a little bit since you don't want to answer the question directly. Direct us to this official statement, please.
Well, and we can't FOIA it because it's open investigation. So they probably wouldn't even give it to you.
I don't know what official statement he's talking about. If it's an official statement he made to the cops, or if it's an official statement that he made, in a live stream or in a video, or maybe in a letter to somebody. I want to know, what is the official statement? Is he talking about his statement to cops, or is he talking about a statement he put out? Where is this official statement? How can we get a hold of it, Rabbit? If it's part of this investigation, you should be able to see it, right? Because your attorney would need discovery and everything.
Right.
told your lawyer you were gone on Monday.
No, I am at my home.
It's owned by Tim Matthews, is it not?
I believe it's in a trust.
It's in a trust. It's the Tim Matthews Trust.
Oh,
Oh, I guess
So-
you just answered your own question.
So you're at his house when you're not supposed to be.
No, I'm at my home.
How is it
I don't
your
know
home?
how hard it is for you to comprehend that I'm at my home.
So are you on meth today, Rabbit?
No, I'm actually not on any drugs. I've never actually done methamphetamine, nor have I have been around it in Kentucky years ago, but that's actually what drove me further away because it was quite disgusting to see how horrible it was.
So when are you going to leave Tim Matthews' house, Rabbit?
I'm not into Matthew's house. I'm at my home.
When are you going to pay him back for the money on the credit card for 2 months worth of spending on his credit card? When are you going to pay him?
I don't know what you're talking about because Tim Matthews has not contacted me in over 2 months because some people have intercepted him, unfortunately, and
Actually,
told him a bunch of smears and lies and
Ashley
slanderous
Beam did.
accusations.
I didn't talk to Tim Matthews until June 13th, which was 2 weeks.
Why would it matter if Tim Matthews contacted Billy as to whether or not he ran up charges on the credit card?
Good question.
It has
Exactly what
nothing
I was
to do with
thinking.
it. I don't know anything about that because Tim Matthews hasn't contacted me because Sean Porter intercepted him. That's what he's saying. But he
Right.
would know if he, used that credit card. He would know.
Right. Mm.
Just more obfuscation.
Weeks after her demise, I didn't
Well, I
intercept
did
anybody.
say
Oh,
that it was you, but you may have a guilty conscience about that.
I
so
sent
there might be
the
some
phone
truth to my
records
statement.
to GS showing I didn't talk to Tim Matthews until the 13th. And it was Ashley Beam that told him not to come down, and that there was nowhere safe for him to meet up with you or deal with you.
Where's
Well, I
your proof
wouldn't
of that
listen to somebody
statement?
say that.
What's you keep making these claims? So can we agree that possession is 9/10 of the law? I know that's probably a very soft mark statement, and I'm probably sure there's a lot of nuance that is escaping my non-lawyer ass.
Can you pause it?
Possession
He has-
9/10 of the law. We've heard that.
Because this is the thing that we often talk about, actually, is the fact that the police, in this case, contacted Mr. Matthews and they disparaged Billy, right? Whether it was true or not, they did tell Mr. Matthews that they did not believe it was safe for them to meet up with Billy, right? And that is the
Right.
thing that the government does, right? And while at the same time, Alicia and Sean are also talking to folks, I'm talking to folks, right? And we're, doing that. But the government, that is an issue when they don't have evidence, right? And the government is calling disparaging somebody, right? Telling somebody, oh, don't meet with them. But we're not going to charge him. We don't have any, they're saying, or they're not doing it. They're not charging him. If the government is going to call Mr. Matthews and tell him that, then why haven't they charged him?
Right.
But I think there's a lot of folks that would recommend not meeting up with Billy. I mean, I don't recommend meeting Billy or the Hawk. They're fucking
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
After hearing all this, I would not want to be even in the vicinity of either one of them,
Right.
any of them.
Right. And that's the point of making up for your own mind. That's all you can do is decide how you're going to spend your time. If you want to be around somebody, if you like this person, if you want to be in their company, but you don't have the power to lock them up. But the government, they think they can do that, that they can just decide and go and arrest somebody, and then at the same time, there's a large part of the public that seems to think that only they can determine if somebody did something wrong. Right? He's been charged in the court of public opinion. And the court of public opinion will decide.
Right.
Before somewhere.
He has told his lawyer that he was gone on Monday, but he's still there. He's supposed to have been out.
No, I don't
It's
know what he's
not your
told his
business.
lawyer.
That's
That
between
sounds
him and his
that
lawyer.
actually
I
sounds
forwarded
like
you the email.
You forwarded me all kinds of stuff that looks really fabricated, to be honest with you.
I forwarded you everything I got.
The whole fire thing with the weird post thing down below where they look like they're in, and you're saying that was fire gear? No, that was a chainsaw helmet, dude. Have you never cut wood before?
Yeah, I have cut wood before.
You don't know what a chainsaw helmet looks like?
I have one with built-in earmuffs 50 feet away from me downstairs in the garage.
Right, but what I'm saying is
let's get back to the fact with Don Carney present at Andrea's demise. Rabbit.
You've asked that already, and I've already answered that to you, and you need to go educate yourself about my official statement on the record. But you have not done so. So why don't you go do that and come back in an hour?
Do you want to talk about stealing my shirt?
Oh my
because
good God. Do you want me to give you money for the shirt?
Do you remember when I was up there and you said that I could wear a shirt for our protest in Boonesboro, and that was the shirt that you gave me, and that I had to leave back to North Carolina that night? And you said, take it.
I didn't say take it, and
Yes, you
Andrea
did.
actually ordered me
You
a new
said
one.
take it, go home, and send it to me when you wash it. And then
No, I didn't say that at all.
Dude, we got the phone records, bro.
No, I
Yes.
did not
Play
say
it.
that.
John,
That's
luckily for
such
you,
a thing.
I
Play
keep
it.
my devices. So same thing I told
Yeah, pause
Tab.
it. Yeah, I want to see those phone records, Billy. Where the fuck are those? Was this another Trust Me, Bro? He's got all these fantastical stories and shit, but no evidence of them at all. He just claimed he has the phone records. It's probably on his Moto G. Later, he's gonna say, "You better hope I don't get my Moto G back up and going," or something like that. He's so fucking pitiful, man. And GS is playing absolute fucking games. Talking about the fire helmet or a chainsaw helmet, like that is an immaterial fact. Like, what is this? You want us to call it a chainsaw helmet? Will that make you happy? You know? I mean, I don't think that the description of the helmet plays in to whether or not this is red rum and whether or not Billy did it. I don't think that that's material to the conversation. But of course, GS focuses in on that because this is how he runs cover for red rum.
Right.
I fix it, please. I know you're getting ready to talk. Once I fix the screen on my Moto G, I'll get you those phone records, buddy. Because I keep
You go
my
right
receipt.
ahead. So tell me, why are you lying about cheating on Andrea and me getting those pictures of you naked on FetLife and on Tinder?
I'm not lying about anything.
So you
As
admit
I've-
that you were cheating on her?
No, I am not.
Did
As
he?
I've-
Why did you tell the police
Why
that you couldn't
do
find
you not
Andrea's
let
phone?
me answer your question instead of jumping to another question? Do you want answers, or are you just sniffing the booger sugar like you've adamantly told us you love to do?
Are you going to answer?
What question? You just hit me with 3 questions.
Okay. So
One
let's go
at
over
a
this.
time.
Why did you tell the police you couldn't find her phone when you were calling your lawyer 10 minutes after she was pronounced dead?
Because I didn't
On
have
her
her
phone.
phone.
You made the call on her phone.
No, I didn't. I made the call on my phone because the attorney called me because the sheriff called my attorney because I couldn't get in touch with my attorney after 5 o'clock.
Why did you call Alicia on Andrea's phone and then tell the police you couldn't find it?
Because I had 2 phones in my pocket at the time. There were 3 phones total in my pocket at the time. And in the interview, I told them
Can you pause
I
it?
have 3 phones. They asked me.
Okay, he just said 2 different things. He said he had 2 phones in his pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said 3 phones total in my pocket. That was the weirdest correction I've ever heard. But he first said 2 phones, and then it's 3 phones,
Mm-hmm.
right? And why are there 3 phones? I mean, presumably 1 phone is his. We know he has Andrea's phone. Who is the 3rd fucking phone?
Yeah.
3 phones in his pocket, but first he says 2 phones. Can we back that up and hear that again? Like 20 seconds back?
I mean, why are you lying about cheating on Andrea and me getting those pictures of you naked on FetLife and on
Did
Tinder?
I rewind it? I should have.
Stealing my shirt?
I went too
Oh
far.
my
Yeah, because
Good God, do you want me to give you money for the shirt?
do you remember when I was up there and you said that I could wear a shirt for our protest in Boonesboro, and that was the shirt that you gave me, and that I had to leave back to North Carolina that night, and you said take it.
I didn't say take it, and
Yes, you
Andrea
did.
actually ordered me
You
a new
said
one.
take it, go home, and send it to me when you wash it. And then
No, I didn't say that at all.
Dude, we got the phone records, bro.
No, I
Yes.
did not say that.
John, luckily
Well,
for you, I
that's
keep
gonna
my
be awkward.
devices. So same thing I told Tav. Once I fix it, please. I know you're getting ready to talk. Once I fix the screen on my Moto G, I'll get you those phone records, buddy. Because I keep
You go
my
right
receipt.
ahead. So tell me, why are you lying about cheating on Andrea and me getting those pictures of you naked on FetLife and on Tinder?
Not lying about anything.
So you
As
admit
I've-
that you were cheating on her?
No, I am not.
Did
As
he?
I've-
Why did you tell the police
Why
that you couldn't
do
find
you not
Andrea's
let
phone?
me answer your question instead of jumping to another question? Do you want answers, or are you just sniffing the booger sugar like you've adamantly told us you love to do?
Are you going to answer?
What question? You just hit me with 3 questions.
Okay. So
One
let's go
at
over
a
this.
time.
Why did you tell the police you couldn't find her phone when you were calling your lawyer 10 minutes after she was pronounced dead?
Because I didn't
On
have
her
her
phone.
phone.
You made the call on her phone.
No, I didn't. I made the call on my phone because the attorney called me because the sheriff called my attorney because I couldn't get in touch with my attorney after 5 o'clock.
Why did you call Alicia on Andrea's phone and then tell the police you couldn't find it?
Because I had 2 phones in my pocket at the time. There were 3 phones total in my pocket at the time. And in the interview, I told them I have 3 phones. They asked me, and I consulted with my attorney, and I told them you can have access with a search warrant.
Right. That was the part.
Right. So he's got 3 phones. He can
He
have
had 2 phones. He had 2 phones first.
3 phones
Yes.
total.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's correct. He had 2 phones. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
But he had more than 2 phones. But he did have 2 phones, and he had 3 phones total. Total. He's totaled up the amount of phones that he has, and it's 3. And the police
Mm-hmm.
can get access with the
If they
search.
got a warrant. Mm-hmm.
Right. Because his wife just committed suicide. And
Don't
and
that
he's
sound
trying
like
to-
a little odd to y'all? That statement right there. That's
Yeah.
why we played it again. Yep. And then what did Erica say? That's BS. They didn't call his attorney.
Yeah, I doubt that they would do that right away like that.
And I don't think they would call him. Wouldn't he be calling them?
I mean, if
Cause
they wanted to question him, like they would take him down to the station, and if he claimed, that
he
wasn't
wanted an
talking,
attorney.
he wanted an attorney, they could either charge him, or they could hold him, for probably at least 72 hours on a red rum, and he
Right.
doesn't have to answer questions, but they don't have to book. I mean, it would just be a detainment. They could hold him for at least 72 hours. At least
Right.
make him sit in that room, in that chair, he would be detained, right? And then they could decide if they were going to charge him.
All right. And then Gia says, "You freedom fighters, hand your phones over to the police without a warrant?" Question mark.
No, we don't do that and shit. And obviously,
never.
we go and film the police, and we get kidnapped for using cursey words on sidewalks. But this is a red rum investigation, and you can't seem to see the difference, right? Because
Right.
it's political. It's political.
And you guys sound like bootleggers, but the one sucking the boot is you.
Welcome in behind the scene.
But go ahead. What were you saying?
Are we gonna play some more?
Oh yeah, we got plenty.
Why did you make them get a search warrant to search the house if your wife actually committed suicide? Suicide.
I didn't make them get a search warrant. That's standard protocol for North Carolina.
Why are they saying you wouldn't give permission to search?
That's standard protocol for North Carolina. They
Why
have
did
to
you
get a
say
search
you
warrant.
wouldn't? Why did you say that you wouldn't give them permission to search?
Do you not know Andrea Catherine Matthews?
Go ahead and tell me why you told them that they couldn't search the house after she allegedly committed suicide.
Because Andrea Matthews has always stated we do not want government parasites anywhere on our property, crawling through our home or anything like that. And as I stop talking, don't say anything. And as I said to the in the driveway, why the hell did I even call you guys if you're going to treat me like this? This is exactly what she said that we would never do to each other to put me in this position. And that's exactly what I told them. I would not want them crawling all over my home, treating
Why
me
didn't
like
you
that.
let them? Why didn't you let them search your truck if you had nothing to hide?
As stated, I just stated. Do I need to repeat myself?
Yes.
Do you not know Andrea Catherine Matthews? Because you said you knew her for 5 years.
I do. I did know her for 5 years. She was a decent woman.
Right. So did she not say to you, because I do remember this, that she did not want government parasites anywhere in her home?
Government parasites. Is that what you think of police officers?
No, that's what I think of any government official.
Okay. bizarre.
And I told him that.
Wait, hold on. How's that bizarre when you regularly moon them and laugh about it like
And
a retard
you
farting
call
in the
them
bathtub?
worse things than what I do.
I moon politicians, but when someone's there to try and help save my deceased wife, apparently you were doing CPR, you told me.
No, I was doing chest compressions.
Isn't that CPR?
Well, I wasn't doing the full process of CPR as I know it.
Is that what I asked you? I just asked if you were doing CPR.
I was doing chest compressions.
Okay, so
Specifically
while
just
doing chest compressions, did the government parasites come in and try and help Andrea to live? Did the paramedics come?
They did not try and help her to live.
Why did you tell Alicia on the phone call that she was cold, but you told me that she was still alive and you could see it in her eyes because you used to be a paramedic?
I never said I used to be a paramedic. Do not try and give me stolen valor like that.
No,
Never
that's what you said.
No, I never once said that, sir.
You did.
Do not try and give me stolen valor. No.
You said that.
No, I never. Provide the receipts because I never once said that. I've always worked private security. Don't ever try and say that I did something
Private
that I never
security.
did. Yeah.
He
I thought
definitely
you were a
okay.
landscaper
Pause it.
before you came out.
This just took an interesting turn because, Kaiser with the stolen valor, he's clearly wanting that stolen valor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do not give me stolen valor. That was the weirdest. He wants that stolen valor. Kaiser with the stolen valor in the red room, and now him with the stolen valor in the red room. Wow. They are really running a script over there in the personhood.
Yeah. And there's the proof.
Out and started protesting.
Do you want to see my resume? I've worked a ton of jobs.
I don't need to see your resume to know that
Okay,
you just tell me a different story.
Then don't talk anything about my work experience. You don't want to know anything about my life. Sean, you've said that numerous times. You've never seen me work. You don't want to see my resume. GS knows somewhat of my resume to where I've earned more money than what you have right now, bro. And you think that I'm just living my van? Okay.
You did live in your van and you did hook up with Andrea. Why are you not leaving her house? You are telling people you have nowhere to go.
I've said over a dozen times that I'm in my home. I'm literally standing in the living room of my home right now.
Why did you stop gassing up Tim?
It's not your home,
you
Rabbit.
Need to stop gassing up, Tim.
Yeah.
It's not your home.
Is
it your home?
No, it's Tim
Matthews.
Matthews'
Fuck
home.
up about it, dude. What the fuck,
Technically,
dude?
it's not even Tim Matthews' home. It's in the trust.
What do you fucking even care, dude?
He said to be out by the 9th, which was yesterday, and
No,
your lawyer said you were out Monday.
No, actually, he didn't say to be out by the 9th. You should read the demand letter. Why don't you read it on panel?
I believe I already forwarded it to GS with everything I've gotten.
Why don't you read it on panel since you have it?
Let GS look it up.
Take a peek at it. Let me close some windows, otherwise
we have the video.
I want to know why this is your business.
Since Sean wants to break the attorney-client confidentiality and all that stuff, go ahead and read it.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm like, isn't that
right?
Isn't that a
go ahead and
breach?
give us more justification for our lawsuit, Sean.
Okay.
Read this demand letter.
God.
Let me see something real quick. Let me try to find it real.
Because everything now it's in your opinion. Thank you though, Sean. You've already given me over a dozen live streams where it is not in your opinion. So thank you for that.
I believe you killed Andrea.
Right, we understand that.
I believe you're an M-worder.
All right, so my question is this, and it's in the back chat. They're asking kind of the question is, did you or did you not hear the sheriff say that it's not an active M-word investigation? It was ruled a sushi side. Did you not hear that?
It's not been ruled anything yet.
Really? Because the state has already ruled on it.
I heard the acting sheriff, the actual sheriff, say exactly that, and I think they may have alluded to that it's also being looked at with the SBI, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I need to be corrected.
They did that the first few weeks. That's why probate was done in a day.
So let me ask you. Well, no, the death certificate doesn't say cause of death has been determined yet.
Yes, because if you look up North Carolina general statutes, it takes about 6 months or so for the death certificate to give the actual death. Otherwise, it says pending. But you would know that if you did your actual research and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until I had to
What
sit
about
down
the
and
2 months of using Tim Matthews' company credit card?
I don't know anything about that. I'll have to talk to Tim about that. But as I said,
Well, what about
10
the
minutes
purchases
ago
you
that
made
I have
at
not
the
talked to
Sheets
Tim in
next
unfortunately
to
2
Ron?
months because
You
people
use that
intercepted me.
card at the Sheets next to Ron Benghazi Headland's house, and they can place you there at
Well,
Sheets,
Okay, so
Okay, that's great. That's something that
Ashland,
Tim and I can talk to about.
okay,
Ashland, Virginia.
1 second, gentlemen, please. So I'm opening up now. I don't know if I have permission to even read this. Maybe I'll just peruse it and not try to give, because I don't want to get frickin' sued. I like what little I have. But I just wanted to say something.
I'd love for you to read it and put it out on the record, because the verbiage of this letter definitely states some of the words that Sean Porter's narrative is putting out there, because Sean Porter created this whole narrative of things that no one else started saying or any words or anything until Sean started. So I'd love for this to be on the record.
Well, I think the principal actors, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Lawrence Accountability made it a point to want to come into my chat and try to gaslight me about you. Tav for sure was the first one out the door. What about your buddy Rabbit? We're going rabbit hunting. It's rabbit season. For almost a week and a half, he tried to F with me to try to get me to talk about it. And I kept my mouth shut because I don't know shit. And if I don't know shit, I don't say shit. So I don't know. This is CC'd Panderson. Panderson. I don't know what some of it's cut off. So it's CC'd to savagesaintsnyc@gmail.com, right? And it has an address. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. I don't know who that is. Who's Mr. Anderson? Is that the lawyer?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the document.
Well, you sent it to me, so you
See
should
it?
be. You should have perused it, right? You should have proofread it, and otherwise, why are you sending me evidence?
Yeah, you
I
should
think
know what this
I think
is.
that's the email from Rabbit's lawyer to Tim Matthews' lawyer.
Sure. Okay. It does represent an email. It says, "Good morning, Mr. Anderson." Again, do I have permission to read this, Rabbit?
Totally.
Okay. I have had a chance to speak with Mr. Barthel regarding your letter. He has informed me that he has moved out and is working diligently to remove the personal property from the residence. However, due to the nonstop rain, which is what you said last night, we have been having for the past couple of weeks, he's been unable to make as much progress as he would have liked. Further, the amount of personal property that has been accumulated from the several years that they have been residing at the residence will necessitate further time to complete the removal of the property. Therefore, Mr. Barthel would like to request to have until September 1st to remove the property per your letter. He agrees to not be around the residence during the pendency of this time, except to remove personal property. Please let me know if this is agreeable to your client. Thank you. Now, your proof. Okay, let me just finish this real quick. Your proof or your assertion, Sean, and it was that
letter.
Was that Alicia? Okay, that's the one that is sent, that you said was from the attorney.
That's the one from the Rabbit's attorney to
Tim's
attorney. Tim's attorney had
okay.
notified them to be out on the 9th of August. That was the date
that
was set by
basically
them.
right, but that's basically him asking for a continuance, right?
Yes.
And trying to get concessions. So that doesn't negate what you're saying, and it doesn't deter from whether or not there's a resolution on this between the attorneys. Okay, I don't know what the resolve was. Sounds to me like Tim wants him out, like now.
Immediately. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I think we can grant that that's probably likely the truth of it.
And he wants his credit card money back.
Right. Okay. You said that. So Alicia told you what she saw. It looked like the house.
Yes.
Meaning the
Rabbit
house,
is.
I'm just going to say the trust house.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Rabbit is admitting he's at the trust house now.
I
He's not.
don't know that he's saying that at all.
He's saying that he's.
We played this
said that
video
I'm at my house.
while ago, people.
Okay, and
was
is
in
your
the house
house
on
the
the
one
ninth.
that you shared
He
with
was.
your wife Andrea for 2
Case
years?
closed.
I'm sharing it with her right now. She's right next to me.
Okay, so it's the same house we all know. The trust
Why
house.
is it your business?
Because he's supposed to be out there. I'm just getting answers on the
Why
record
is
that
it
he's
your
not.
business?
Right. Well,
Because you
first
guys
off,
have me on
nobody's
this
sworn
chat.
in here, but okay.
You guys have me on this chat.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But listen, I usually don't ask questions just because I hear myself talk. I usually have like there's a logic train that I'm trying to follow, right? Because I want to learn. I'm not just not trying to get you or gut you anyone. I'm just trying to understand. Okay. So, and I think I'm kind of losing the thread. Damn it! It was brilliant. I promise you, everyone was going to be like, "This guy is so smart." But
Sorry.
no, it's okay. Like I said, I banged my head a lot jumping out of airplanes, so my memory kind of gets shot.
Oh my
Thank
God.
me for my service. You're welcome. Anyway, so the funny thing for me is that there's this continuance going on. They're in negotiation. The man just, if all things are as the official record seems to represent currently, he's not been arrested. He's not been charged. It has not been ruled anything other than so far a sushi side pending potentially further investigation. I don't think these death things are ever fully closed. And if new information comes out, I don't think it's like with prejudice closed, right? It hasn't been adjudicated with prejudice closed. I think we can all agree that. So how the hell am I wording this? Now I'm fucking just jacking my jaw. Apparently I lost it, but where did I go right before this? Can somebody help me out? What was my line?
It was about the letters between the lawyers and about him asking for more time.
Right. Okay. And he's not saying, oh, Alicia. So your evidence is from Miss Alicia telling you, you just said it like literally a half hour ago. I asked you.
I asked you from Tim Matthews.
Right. No. That's not. You said that it looked like he was at the trust house based on Alicia's testimony. Alicia's testimony. I said from what my live last night, where he had a lighter just to be able to see his face. She could figure that out in the dark.
That was her. That's what she surmised.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
unbelievable.
I could barely
and now the
even
rabbit
see
is saying he's there.
Okay, let me finish. He's not saying any such thing. I think he's being very semantical. I mean, it sounds like it could be one way or another. I'm not going to say definitively one way or another. He could just be playing with you, bro. He could be just like walking you like a dog right now. But so, and I don't know, or you could be 100% right and he's playing games. I don't fucking know at this point in time. So if Alicia's testimony is that looks like a property that I remember visiting and it's dark, you're going on her trust me bro evidence. I like I said, I could barely even see Don Carney last night until he put on a lighter, or it might have been the night before, if I'm not mistaken.
think it was the video from the night before with a red light or something, and yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So
gray siding, something along those lines.
Maybe she was really paying attention. To be fair, I don't know. Maybe she has more intel on it than I do. But I can't confirm or deny. But my issue is, what I would really like to see is if people have these claims, especially a claim of murking someone. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Can we just agree that one should be innocent until proven guilty in America?
Not when the person acts like what the rabbit did. Sorry, I just know better.
I hope you get the same kind of treatment in your
extraordinary accusations require extraordinary proof, but that doesn't stop GS's side from making accusations against folks with no proof. I'm an example. They say over there something about my ex and her being deceased, and then I'll ask you guys for the same proof over there, GS. You know what I mean? If you feel like looking into that, go for it. Go right for it. But that's interesting that GS would have just said that now.
Yeah, projecting.
America.
I hope you're.
It's a double standard, really.
Yeah.
Proven guilty, Sean. I
see what I say, bitch.
Would probably crack you in the head with a frying pan right now if she could. And then would be innocent until proven guilty, I guess. But
he's jealous.
I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Rabbit. That was kind of my inquiry. It was like he's not really confirmed nor denied anything, which is probably smart. I just my statement is extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and although an absence of evidence is an evidence of absence, my line of questioning that I find interesting is, and again, people can tell me to pound sand, is, was Don Carney co-located at the time of the incident? I don't think that that's unimportant. I don't know. I've never really asked it. I try not to stick my nose in too much. I'm sure that there's a police report. I'm sure that there's got to be some kind of witness testimony, body cam, something. And we, I mean, you're telling me you're up to 4 million views on TikTok. You know your way around freedom of information. I think if you were to do a Freedom of Information Act or were to contact someone, if you have to be a resident in order to act, or like you have to live in the state in order to get it, that you would be able to navigate that, right? And you'd be able to say, and if they said we can't give you that, that would indicate that there's still an open investigation. Would that be more or less likely? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like just asking.
No, you're right. Like some states, like Virginia, if you're not a resident of Virginia, you don't have the rights to record requests that a Virginia citizen has. But since we have the Rabbit here, all I wanted to know was Don Carney there?
Well, right. He doesn't have to answer anything, but that I'm kind of interested. But my question is, have you? It's been 2 months. Have you contacted anyone that's like, for example, Erica, some pizza girl? Why don't you contact some pizza girl? Send her a check for whatever it would cost to request a records request to determine it, with some level of specificity whether or not there's an open or closed investigation. Have you turned that stone over?
I've been told that it's still an open investigation.
By
now
who?
That is by Tim Matthews. Now,
okay,
in my state, they do not give out information until investigations are closed.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If you request it and you get no information back or no comment, that would the entailment would be. And I think in most states, again, I'm not an expert, so that's why I have a reason why I'm asking these questions.
Sure.
To be fair. All right, go ahead. There's a lot of people that are in the chat, and I think we got people in the back. Rats, I'm gonna pop you down real quick. I don't know if anyone else wanted to say something. Rabbit, did you have anything else you wanted to? One question each, please, if possible, and no one has to answer anything. All right, and there's no compelled speech on this platform.
I don't have a question. I just have a comment. And that is that whenever you go through a tragedy such as a hurricane, which I have been through, and luckily I have not lost one of my children, which I can only imagine is absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
And then you're backbited in the neighborhood you're trying to help, and numerous other things, health-wise, and so on. I imagine that it wears on someone after a while. I have suffered from some depression, and I know what it's like to have those kind of thoughts. And, God help you, Sean, if you have never had those thoughts. That
I don't think she committed
I'm not
suicide.
done.
That's it.
And God help you that you can't understand that might be exactly the place where Andrea was.
My conversations with her and the text messages didn't show that. Hey, Rabbit, why didn't you call her when she called you at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evening? Why didn't you call her the entire next day? What's up with that? Can you explain that?
Sure. GS, check your phone.
Okay, 1 second.
But I had already answered that question prior because I was already in bed with her that Thursday night.
I thought you were sleeping in separate beds.
No, we have one bed.
Well, didn't you say you had her make up another bed for you because of the situation that was going on that you didn't want to get into on the first live stream?
Yeah, and that situation was when I got home, my dog was sleeping in my bed, and I was tired of my side of the bed being all dirty. And I've said this numerous times on the record. When I was gone, Sansa loved to sleep on my side of the bed.
Why did you admit to police that you knew that you were leaving?
Leaving what?
You were leaving the house and that she was leaving you.
How did
I
you get
never said
access
that.
to this like information? That's
Never said that, and I'm pretty sure I put out on the record that the first time I heard that information was when I had that conversation with Alicia, and I immediately looked at Deputy Renfro and I said, something's fucking wrong here.
Can you release the body camera footage of your interview with police?
I
'Cause
can, but will
you
I?
had your own.
Probably
You had your
not.
own body camera.
Yes, I did, and that was running from the moment they put me out of the house until the moment I got to the inn room that night.
okay.
So can you release the interrogation
can.
video?
But will I? Probably not.
Why, if you're innocent?
Because there's losers like you who want to lie and smear me and smear my wife instead of giving me an apology or the decency of just sitting down and discussing things with me.
You're the one.
Why
that
would
after this
why would
happened-
I give you that the most vulnerable moments of my life? Why would I give you that satisfaction?
Because you've already had your wife send me naked pictures of you, which is even far worse.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
from what I heard
allegedly
from you,
naked,
you're
yeah.
jealous that I have a bigger one and she was adequately satisfied. So I'm sorry that you're jealous.
Okay.
It-
So
it was a
Mr.
disgusting
Mr.
memory
Mimsy,
harming
Roger.
image.
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to see another dude's pecker either, if I can help it.
There you go.
So just not really my thing. Mr. Mimsy says something that I find very fascinating. He says, if they don't give out information until the case is closed, then why do you keep giving Porter information about the case? Or why do they keep giving you information about the case? They're giving
not
it to
giving me,
someone.
they're giving the father.
So secondarily, tertiarily, this is this is not even, it's not even semantical.
And it's all said without
It's a straw
providing
man.
any receipts of it being said.
Right. So the point is, if they don't give out information with an open case, then how is he getting out information?
Because they are telling the father stuff that is not damning to their case, but they will not do a public records request for the information in the case until it's closed. That's my understanding of all states that do public records.
You just made a logic fallacy. You said P is P, P is not P. If the premise one is, if the case is open and being investigated, they will not give out information.
They are
then
talking to the father of the deceased.
But then your second premise, P2, is they will give non-crucial information out about
to the
case.
father of the deceased.
It's a contradiction.
To the father of the deceased.
I don't care anything about that. Your statement is a blanket statement of X, and then you contradict it with Y immediately, and you say it evens out. X is.
What I don't get is why he doesn't point out Billy's flaws like that. I mean, because Billy's made quite a few.
They are
to
telling
X,
the
it can't be equal to
father.
Y.
Well, you could also say, why isn't GF just reinforcing what Sean Porter is asking and saying, "Hey, Billy, why don't you answer that? Was Carney there?" I believe if I heard it correctly, GS did say that. But
And
if I was GS, I would definitely, be asking, "Hey, can you answer Sean Porter's question?"
Right.
Deceased everything that they can as it
Fair
goes
enough.
down. So that is where my information is coming from. And that is where all the information I've been sending you has come from. It doesn't come from Alicia or anything like that. That's stuff that was sent to me by the father of the deceased.
So I was having a conversation with my wife today, and if you guys will indulge this, and let's have a little thought experiment. I'm gonna bring people back up to the stage real quick. I don't want everyone talking, attacking. Please don't.
Can
do
I
that.
just say hi, everybody?
Okay, there you go.
Hello, the rabbit.
Alrighty. So I was having a conversation with my wife tonight, and I thought to myself, if my daughter was in a relationship with a boyfriend or a recently newlywed husband, and I found out from the husband or the boyfriend that something horrible happened, and I'm incommunicado with that person, and then all of a sudden, some other interlopers get into my ear. Hey, I was your daughter's best friend. And this is my recollection of what happened and how things went. And she was going to leave him, and he was this, and he was all that. I'm going to look at that guy in a much different light. And likely I'm going to get my hackles up, my defenses up. And probably the best thing I could do is not go anywhere near that person, because, you know, I might do something I could never take back again.
Well, he called me, so.
No. But what I'm saying is, you don't know how many people were in contact with him, squirting in his ear, gaslighting him up. Right. You don't know if, because I mean, I almost immediately was getting phishing messages from Alicia, maligning me against Billy, asking all kinds. I have I've got the messages. So she definitely had a campaign going on.
I don't believe that when he tells me something came from the detective, I don't believe that Tim Matthews would be lying to me. I just don't. He seems like a great man who's in a lot of pain right now, and he can't even get his daughter's ashes. Rabbit, why don't you send him some ashes? Just send him some of his daughter's ashes.
Well, we'll take him down from the cross, because we need the wood right now. Okay, we're not going to do that virtue signal, striking the Jesus pose thing. All right, that's an appeal to emotion, and that's another logic fallacy. You got to stop with this, Sean. I'll make you a good arguer eventually. Either you won't have to moon people, you can win people over with actual.
Hey, rhetoric. I like mooning people, man.
All right, fair enough. All right. Retards like to fart in bathtubs and chase the bubbles around. That's cool.
It is fun.
All right. So that said, okay, P is P and P is not P is a contradiction. Okay. This whole hearsay, this whole second round information is becoming very, very exhaustive. Okay. And I've had to correct the record just by the barest minimal, rigorous examination of statements being made. I've seen people slightly pull back and walk back different positions. What you haven't walked back is your opinion of Rabbit. Seems to be not a very good one. My question is, why weren't you not on the record with that in the entire time that you were in a relationship with him? Why were you contacting him, trying to get him to put stuff up on his channel? So he was good enough to be used by you.
Sure.
But he wasn't. Okay, fair enough. All right.
Sure. You want me to be honest? You want me to tell you that?
No, I listen, I respect the truth 100%.
That putting stuff up on his channel benefited my cause, getting information out there. I did favors for Rabbit. Rabbit did favors for me. That is the way it usually goes in life. However,
what did you do
after
for us?
Andrea
because the one time
me,
we asked you for a favor, you told us, "Oh no good deed goes unpunished," and you basically told us to go fuck ourselves.
I had
the one time we asked you for help.
I had your solar panels delivered to my house. I stored them for months. The ones you bought on Andrea's dad's credit card.
No, Andrea bought stuff because we needed it for that. Just because you stored a UPS shipment for us means this is amazing. The one time we called you for help, you told us to go fuck ourselves because you said no. Yes, you did. You said no good deed goes unpunished. It was in March when we had over $100,000 worth of stuff stolen, and we asked you for guidance and advice on how to take down a nonprofit that was smearing us, going after us, hitting us with false charges and everything.
No, that was after she died.
No, it was not, Sean. That was a different one. No, that was United Cajun Navy I asked you about.
How many nonprofits are smearing you right now, Rabbit?
So I can explain things. We called you as soon as I got arrested with the trespass, the second-degree trespass charge. They explain the whole situation to you, and it's very evident by your facial expressions. You do not remember this conversation, and it shows that you're not a friend. We've asked you for help on how to handle this trespass charge because we had it in writing. We had everything in writing, all the receipts, and then we asked you how to handle the civil case because they stole over $124,000 worth of our assets. You said stop. You said no good deed goes unpunished. You shouldn't have done the camp. That's what you get. And then you immediately started talking about your Washington County stuff that was going on at the time with that.
That came from. No, isn't that the stuff that was entrusted to you by Ron Benghazi's people?
No, that was the stuff that Hawk and I are going through the whole court case and all that stuff. That was the whole reason why he came down. That's why we called you in the first thing. The one time, Andrea.
Yeah, this is completely fucking useless. It doesn't matter if Sean Porter, helped them or not, right? With his nonsense, it doesn't fucking matter. That is just a sidetrack, a diversion, It's just more of this. for the rest of the stream. But he did mention that he called him also about the Cajun Navy. And that was shortly after she died. There was a trailer that apparently somebody had donated to the Savage Saints prior to that, but it had a time limit attached to it, like come get this trailer within this amount of time. And he didn't come get the trailer in that amount of time. And then when Andrea died, then he was going on a grift and claiming that he didn't have anywhere to be and that he's a poor widow and he doesn't have anywhere to go and he needed that trailer. And he went down to get it, and it turned out the Cajun Navy had already taken possession of it. And then so he gets into this brouhaha with the Cajun Navy, and he still thinks that I guess he can call Sean, right, about that, and that obviously Sean knew what he had done by that point. But I guess Billy, in his narcissistic, sociopathic way, thought that Sean would still help him out with the Cajun Navy, because he only thinks about himself.
Right.
And then so here it is, fast forward 2 months later, and him and Donald Carney are camped out at Andrea's house, acting like they're going to make their last stand, but he was running that grift, saying that he didn't have anywhere to go. And then Donald Carney called the original donor and gave him this total sob story about how Billy was down and out and yada yada, and talked the original owner into backing out of the thing with the Cajun Navy and giving him the trailer. So I think he ended up getting the trailer, but what the fuck he did with it, I have no idea. It just seems like another grift by the user and loser and Donald Carney, like gypsies.
Right.
The gypsy playbook.
Well, Gregory sent me a picture of a yellow truck, a trailer, and something else. And of course, Gregory's not here to show it.
Can't show a picture unless we make it a video, right?
No, I could show a picture.
Oh, you can?
And I might actually have it because he might have sent it to me. So let me see. That way I could show you the picture and then there it is.
Yeah, I sent to you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of this video, we showed the Donald Carney video where he was saying they were moving, but acting like, they might not be able to get it all out. And, the family wanted to know if they were gone, yada, yada, but they're trying to talk all cryptic. And Billy, is like, I'm in my house and it's a 1940 2.5 bath or 2.5 bedroom, 1.5, all this nonsense, trying to make it seem like he's at Andrea's when he might not be. It's just,
it's a lot.
Really disgusting how he's acting. Are you able to pull up the picture?
Yeah, I'm emailing it to myself right now. It's a whole process,
Right.
I should have sent it to myself a while ago.
But I know that Andrea's truck is blue. She has an Avalanche.
Okay, so the one in the picture is yellow.
Okay. That might be the Hawks truck. I don't know. Might be the lieutenant colonel's truck. He seems to be more
somebody's truck.
this group than we originally thought. I mean, if that's who Billy calls after the
Stephanie.
red-
Stephanie. What is Stephanie saying?
I mean, if your wife
Hers was
just
a
red
blue
rum-
for.
huh? Oh, Blue Ford Ranger.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know why I said Avalanche, but yeah, Blue Ford Ranger. But if your wife is just red rummed, you don't call a complete stranger, you know. But he called Mark Owens, retired lieutenant colonel.
Mhm.
So he must, know him pretty well. And then they were together the day of the red rumming before, so in Charlotte, supposedly. I don't know. I wish he would come forward, because I mean, in any investigation, you just follow the leads, and the guilty will start looking guiltier, right? And that's what's happened here, right? And just follow the leads, and Billy is looking super guilty. Carney is looking guilty. GS is acting guilty, huh?
Erica said Hawk is driving the yellow truck. It's Hawks.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Owens. I don't know. I'm very suspicious of him for sure. But GS and JJ and Direct D, have you pulled up those drops? Have you set those up? Because what's that?
The what?
The drops.
What drops? Oh, you did send me some other shit. My bad. No matter what.
What's it called? People.
Remember BSBT set that drop up with you the other day?
Oh, yeah, no, I never got that put in. It wouldn't let me for some reason. I probably should have asked him.
Yeah, we need to get that set up. Because
I don't have those. I could play them. Hold on, let's see. Where's that?
wait, you did find that you had them. You did find it.
Yeah, but I couldn't save it into the thing.
Oh, you couldn't say. We need to get BSBT back in here after the show. But I think we've seen enough of this other video. Oh, so this is the picture of the yellow truck?
Yes.
Yes. Here, let me zoom in a little.
So there's two trailers there.
You're right. That's why I wanted to pull it up.
So I'm thinking that one of those trailers, another hurricane victim getting a home today. Yep. See, that's the grift. That was the trailer, I think, from the Cajun or from that the Cajun Navy had, right? But
Well,
I
that
think
was 5 days ago.
5 days ago that they posted that.
Yeah.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that it just happened 5 days ago.
No, it was just posted 5 days ago.
Right. I think that relates to the Cajun Navy. I'm sure Stephanie Jenks remembers that because we were talking about that way back then. That was before any of this went public on YouTube. But he was doing things, trying to grift off of the.
Yeah, she said it was yes, Erica. It was a loaner truck for a month.
Oh, a loaner truck. Okay. Interesting. So, so you can't play the videos that I sent you, that drop that I sent you?
The new one, right? You sent me one today.
Yeah.
Yes, let me undo that. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
That drop doesn't say anything. It was the one right after the live stream, right?
The last video I sent in the Google chat was the drop.
Right, there's no sound.
There's no sound.
I'm gonna save it. Hold on, let's see.
It's weird.
Oh, there is sound. Hold on. Bluetooth.
And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously, but wait. And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously, but wait.
So that's the thirsty bitch and Navy girl.
And I did save it, so I should have that up pretty soon.
Yeah. So jealous of BSBT getting on TV before them.
Oh,
Oh.
let's just play it again one more time.
And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously, but wait.
Can't you show it though? You're not showing it.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I could. Here, let's see. Go ahead, I'm just gonna upload those to YouTube. Well, that's gonna take a minute though, huh?
No, because it's really short.
All right, hold on. Let me just do that. It'll be easier.
And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously, but wait. And it's sad
Let's just make that into a short.
on TV before any of us, obviously.
Do you still have the one that BSBT sent you?
Sure do.
And it's sad.
Huh?
I sure do. I do. We want to play that one?
Yeah. But we got to show it. You can't play it unless you show it.
Yeah, let me do that one too. Oh.
You put direct dookie up on the screen. That's so fucking funny. Direct deposit, direct dookie.
You're not showing it.
I know, because I'm uploading it and it's just playing.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you gave it away before you showed it.
Oh, tough titty. Oh, tough titty.
Gotta do the big reveal.
Oh, well, it's going to be a big reveal with the big old purple blue bow on it, okay? Big old purple bow. And the other one's going to have a big old green bow.
Yeah. But when we get those set up like drops, then you can just hit the button and, throughout the stream and you can play it. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm working on that too.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do with the drops, right?
Drop it.
Yeah, but see, GS, he doesn't know how to use his drops, and he makes these ridiculously long drops. Like his
direct dookie up on the screen. That's so.
Go ahead.
It wouldn't have did it on its own, but
oh,
yeah. While you were talking. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You put direct dookie up on the screen. That's so fucking funny. Direct deposit, direct dookie.
We got 2 Dutch ovens.
I like how you like that one so much.
Yeah. All right. Now, can you show the first one, the thirsty bitch one?
Yep. And I'm gonna have to go back and rename that to Thirsty Bitch.
Okay. I agree. You there?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hold on. It's doing a lot.
Is it buffering?
No.
And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously. But the fact is wait. And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously. But the fact is wait. And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously. But the fact is wait. And it's sad that Josh is on TV before any of us, obviously. But the fact is,
all right. All right. Yeah.
I put it on as a short, so it's going to keep playing.
Yeah. It's on a loop. Because you made it a short and now it looks different.
Yeah, it was zoomed in too. I'll work on it. It's unlisted, so it's okay.
Right, because it was full screen, but you made it a short. I could make it a short.
It should have been a short.
Well, it's supposed to be a drop, and that's why it was full screen. It's not meant to be a short. It's a drop.
I still like it, and it's a
That
great
way
short.
you just hit the button, and it's really fast, and then it just plays it entirely, and then gets back to what you were. It does it all really fast for you.
I'm working on it.
Like how the To Be Fair thing is, but see, his is way too long, and it's way too long. He doesn't do anything right. He's a bad streamer.
Yeah, he should just still give himself a pat on the back.
No, he should quit. He should go to bed. He's tired.
Nah, he's gonna stay up and do this whole video.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
he has nothing better to do.
Right. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow.
Well, it was good having you guys.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Gregory's over there doing research.
Doing research?
Yeah. I'm gonna end it. Later,
Okay.
everybody. What's it out? Well, don't go nowhere yet.